Hello. Hello, hello. We should be live. We are having a lot of issues with Minecraft and Streamlabs today, and I'm not sure which one of them is the culprit, but we're trying to figure it out. So bear with me. This is the third time we've tried to start the stream. The other two are fairly short little attempts, but you might have seen them in the back going on. We're getting there. We're figuring out things. Give me 1 second. For whatever reason, I'm trying to figure this out. Streamlabs does not want to capture the game audio. It's on, I can hear it. It's telling me that it's capturing from the right device. But it's just not pulling it up. Is there someone there who can let me know if you can hear any game audio? I'm just trying to figure out where this is coming from and why we're not getting any kind of playback. Okay. So it should be on THX Spatial Synapse, which is on THX Spatial Synapse. And if I come over to here to settings, and then I come to my audio input, it shows it listed as correct. What if I just default? Does that work? Still not picking it up? My audio's working. I can tell, the Streamlabs is telling me that it's picking up my volume, but it's not picking up anything from the game. Which, let's launch into it and see if that starts to pick it up. We might just have... It's going to be a little bit laggy because I'm running it at a weird position right now. Yeah, I'm not... Audio's working for me. Very quietly, though. Maybe is that the problem? Is it turned down too much here to notice? Wrong thing. Audio, music and sounds. That's up all the way. Let's kick back to the title. Because I don't want to progress while that's bugged out. Is it under... Let's do a little bit of ingenuity here. Does that do anything? Is that doing anything? It's not picking it up. Why aren't you picking it up? Properties. Here we go. Does this work? Can I click through them one at a time? There we go. Okay, you should be able to hear game audio now. I had to figure out where it was outputting it to. So basically, I have a fairly nice gaming headset that's got 3 different output channels for volume controls. Normally, THX Synapse is what it's referred to, is the one that it outputs to, is the one that my volume controls are on, all that jazz. But for whatever reason, it was in a completely different channel for it to be able to pick up the game audio. So I got that set up. Let me know if the game audio is too loud or overpowering, but we should be good to get into this. Got my chat up on the screen. Yeah, I can pay attention to what you guys are all saying. We're going to have a little bit of a fun time here. Minecraft, I love Minecraft. There's currently just a lot of little bugs between both Minecraft and streaming software. Oh, it looks like there's another fun one happening. We can fix that. Okay. We're getting there. And of course, the resolution does not quite fit the screen. So we'll drag it down to fit, and we're going to have to do a little bit of a balanced central push here. Okay. Okay. Let me know if it's cutting off anything, if I need to make any other adjustments, anything like that. In the meantime, let's get started in this game, and let's get going. Actually play something. Okay. Ba-ba-bum-bum-bum-bum. Okay, here we go. Minecraft Museum. Let's launch into our world. Let's get things going again. And today's goal is quite simple. Just continue with where we were last time. Let's get this built as much as we can. Just have a fun time, do a little bit of light chatting, kind of pick up. It's been long enough that we might have a bit of a second to remember. Hello, Favorian. Welcome. We're finally live. Can you hear me? Okay, audio-wise? And can you hear the game if I'm punching stuff and music? It was struggling today. We had Minecraft crash, we had Streamlabs crash, we had neither of them wanting to pick up audio, and then audio playing through weird channels. It's been an adventure. She heard me. Well, hi, baby. Oh, you gotta give her a squish for me. I love her. Is my tree grown yet? I don't think my tree's grown. Is it getting late? It's getting late. We might have to bail back out. Tree hasn't grown. We'll bail out, take a sleep, kind of do a little bit of light planning, figure out where we're gonna go from here. Are those some messages from the baby for me? I'm gonna have to get used to it. It's been too long. I can forgive her for reaching the keys. This is cute, more than anything. Fix now. We'll just have to let her know that she's not 13, so she can't have her own Twitch account yet. Gotta go back through the Tudor house. Oh yeah, the music in Minecraft, it's good. It's really good. And C418, the guy who makes it, is an amazing person when it comes to like being really chill with music rights. Basically, his thing is like if you're playing the game, totally good, no worry about DMCA or anything like that. Just doesn't want you streaming his music without his permission though, like on streaming services, which is totally fair. Much better than what most people are like, who get really finicky over little things. Like, I mean, your music's your music, but he's at least just good about it. He's a good guy about it. Okay. So I gotta get more spruce wood. I want to redesign the front porch. I'm not quite too happy with how the front porch looks. I hate building front porches. They're not my strong suit. But I have a light idea on how I might be able to fix it easily. Actually, maybe I'll just do that right now. I'm just checking to see what I got. We got cobblestone, which are probably going to actually... Yeah, we're out of coal. I don't have any coal here either. Got lots of dirt. It's good to know. I have dark oak. I have lots of dark oak. I have some spruce. But it's not the kind of spruce that I need. Got lots of dark oak. All the dark oak that I need in the world right now. But I need spruce, so that doesn't help too much. I'll put that in there. I'm going to go through and do some chest organization a little bit later. Maybe we'll plant some more spruce trees. Don't really need diorite. Put that up there. Paper can go here for now. We're going to do that little organization right now, I think, because I started thinking about it. Andesite can go with the other random stones. Seeds can go there. We'll hold on to these right now while we're kind of semi-building. Let's actually take those planks too. Mushrooms can go here. Got iron, gold, and emerald from our early little expedition. We're going to be using those. Spruce planks are good. Dark oak logs can go with the rest of my dark oak logs. We are getting organized. organized. Apple. Okay, that's organized enough for now. Oh, no, dark oak saplings. So those can go in there. Okay. Sorry the music stopped. She can't dance to it right now. It picks back up and kind of goes on and off. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, getting all the messages from the city of Somerville letting me know that there is a snow emergency in my area. They're really persistent in letting me know. Okay. Oh, this is what I was. I had 2 different styles it looks like I was testing out. The full... I'll think about that. I'll think about that while I contemplate how long my axe is going to last. Okay, do I need to clear out a bit of landscaping here? I do think I'm going to need to do a bit of landscaping, but I got to decide how I want to kind of finish off this framework. We build the outside and the inside, that's how we go. We should be close enough that that tree should be able to grow. At least I think it's within the trunk borders. If not, I might need to plant one a little bit closer. I can probably plant one safely. I'm going to do that. Ouch. This is going to be temporary, but just so I have a closer tree, I'm going to plant one right here at the end. Oh, hello! Thank you for the lurk, Lady RP. I hope your stream's going well. For all of those watching, Lady RP is a fantastic streamer. I highly recommend giving her a look. She's always an enjoyable person to watch stream. You head over there, go ahead and make sure you give her some love. Okay. We can do... Actually, Favorian, if you can reach your keyboard, can you do a shout-out command for me? For Lady RP? She's a real good streamer. Just exclamation mark SO space and then her name should do it. If not, I might get to it in a little bit. But, I heard you. Yeah, thank you so much. Genshin Impact. I actually... That sounds like a fighting game, but I haven't played it before. We'll have to give it a look. You have Bubble Coral. Goodbye. I think Pip names you Mr. Museum. You're probably a different Mr. Museum, but... You're also welcome here. Did I plant the trees? I didn't just do the dirt and then forgot to plant. I planted the trees. We're good. Okay. And kind of keep an eye on that from the distance while we wait for the trees to grow. We can do a little bit of planning and some potential landscaping. I have an iron block left. We're going to go build an iron shovel. As absolutely wasteful as that probably is, I don't care. I want an iron shovel. We got a good mix of trees around us. My goal is, hopefully, if I can get the wood supplies to finish the outside of this house. It shouldn't be too difficult to do today, but it really depends on a couple variables that are outside of my control. For example, I need a decent amount of stone, but we have plenty of dark oak to sacrifice to that. So actually, let's do this the wise way. Oak to charcoal, and then we can do charcoal to stone, because I have so much wood, I might as well do it the smart way, as it were. Actually, we'll hold on to the 11 for now. Do a little bit of compression, and then grab this iron. Boop, boop. Iron shovel. Okay. Yep, that's good for now. 22, or 24. It should be... Yep, perfect. Perfect. Okay, up we go. And into the house. Okay. This axe is going to break really soon. I probably should build a stone one. I'll build a stone one before I head over there, just because I don't have enough for an iron, but I want to kind of plan out what I'm going to do for this house. So I think we're going to kind of spin this round, and I want to do, I think, 5 blocks. A 5-block little area here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the gap, right? 3, 4, 5. we're going to have wood here and then wood there, which means anything in this immediate area needs to be removed. Kind of down to this level. So let's do a little bit of shaping here. The dirt we can also use to terraform elsewhere, which will be wonderful, because we're going to need a fair bit of terraforming. I want to turn this area into a little like side garden to my home. So we're going to want it to be nice. And again, as I've mentioned, the main overarching plan is in fact to build a museum. That has not changed. I just want a home first, you know. We can kind of use as our base of operations, fit what kind of resources whatever we need in this. To kind of help us finish out this process. We're gonna just break some dirt for a little bit. Once I get some enchanting up and going, this will be a much quicker process. But the problem is, I have this tendency to bite off bigger projects than I'm currently geared for. Because, like, to some extent, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boop, 6, so yeah, up to here. To some extent, this is probably a big enough build that I should just gather resources and such for a little bit. But I figured, too, if I'm streaming, it's probably best to do things in batches. Right? So I need to do a little bit of terraforming. Let's get that out of the way while I'm going to kind of grab resources and keep it where I'm constantly doing a little bit. It's going to be a little bit bouncing around from project to project. But that way we avoid any massive farming sessions, which we will do some probable farming streams just to help get some resources and supplies. Okay, so we're going to do a 5 shot to here is what I think we're going to do for the tower. So a little 5 boop. And then what do I want to do from here? Do I want to kind of do any kind of funky angles or anything? Do I want to kind of come back and... Oh, that's true too. Do I want to do... I think we're going to do a little balcony here. So we're going to kind of come through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Is that just the stone? Does that make it... That makes it easy. So stone. We're going to do wood, wood. And then I'm going to want... I'm actually going to build... Or what I'm thinking about building is a little step back. Not a big one, but if you have a wood plank here, we're going to want one here. And how am I doing my interior corners? Just to keep things consistent. My interior corners are... We're doing them that way. So a 2-block interior corner versus a 1-block interior corner. Perfect. We'll get back to planning that out as soon as we're there. It's almost night. There we go. Figured we'd get there eventually. Okay. While I'm here... Stone axe. Okay. That way when we have a tree to harvest, we're kind of ready to go. Also, I just realized for sake of efficiency, let's do that. That should be able to wrap it nicely. Charcoal burns for a lot more than coal does. So just like in real life, you burn some charcoal, you burn wood to get charcoal, and then that charcoal burns better than the wood it spent to get it. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's a system where you put energy into it and get more energy. Well, you don't really get... it's tricky. It's about like energy conservation. So it's not like you don't ever create or destroy energy in chemistry, but by turning the wood to charcoal, you get a more efficient fuel. And the amount of heat that it takes to turn it to charcoal is less than what it takes to basically make it coal. So it's a net positive in terms of the amount of energy, which is why charcoal's more efficient than coal. In Minecraft, it's a very straight up improvement. But in real life, you get a cleaner, longer burning, it kind of holds its heat more coal. Because basically, by turning it, you burn away all of the imperfections till you're just burning pure carbon, which is charcoal. Burns longer, burns better, there's no impurities, you don't get any weird tastes. Charcoal. Bum 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 bum. All right, 1 second. Oh, sorry. Just checking notifications. It is not working. Why is it doing that? Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy, it's going to be an adventure today. No. Trying to like mute phone notifications that are not coming through, but they're just going crazy. Anyway, I think some kind of a world-ending event had happened with the amount of notifications that's going off on my phone. It's not. Everything's fine. It's just like a lot of random. Okay. Eat a bit of bread. Come back here. So we're going to do the 5, and then we're going to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boop, boop for the wood. We're going to want at least a 1 gap, which means that right here, and then right there is going to be another wood plank. So wood pillar, wood pillar, empty gap, wood pillar, and then this right here, we're going to be getting rid of. Okay, there we go. Let's take this out because we're not going to need that. Kind of clearing out the space that we're going to need for this. Oh, and look at that! While we were busy working on that, we got some more wood. That will help us kind of frame this out a little bit better. And we're going to say hi to again. Look. Thank you, llamas. And a sea turtle. We're going to have to remember that we got a sea turtle friend here. If he sticks around and we can find another sea turtle friend, that's going to make getting sea turtles for our museum really easy. Okay. Giant spruce trees. Super good way to get a lot of wood quickly. Kind of a pain to chop down. Oh, also, part of the reason why I have such distance here is I can't remember the exact block. I think it's only like 11-ish or something. But basically, if you plant a spruce in the 4x4 and it grows, it turns all of the grass to podzol. And while that's not a big problem if you're like in a podzol biome where these naturally grow, it can be really annoying if you wanted to have a nice little farm. And that's why we got a stone axe too. Not nearly as quick, but it'll get us there. The nice thing about these great trees is while they take forever to grow, they are very generous in the amount of wood you get. So 1 or 2 trees is usually enough to help sustain my project for a good long while. And if you're playing on a mod pack, this is not modded, this is vanilla Minecraft, but if you're playing on a mod pack and you have something like Treecapitator, where you can just chop down to the bottom and break all of the blocks, it makes this a much quicker process. But I don't mind the good old spiral method. This is probably the quickest way I found to do it, because what you do is you just break all the way to the top, and then once you're at the top, you can break these blocks up here, and then you find the center point, and you just do this. You're minimizing the input you have between blocks. And you can get all the way right down to the bottom without any issue. You see, this is the podzol I was talking about. Once the tree grows, you get the podzol at the bottom, which is fine, but we got a stack and 17, not counting any that might even be lost in the tree. Like, a stack and 17 is a really good haul for one tree. And because I usually do fine on these, I have so many when that one grows, we can kind of worry about the saplings a little bit more. I'm just going to plant these straight away and kind of head back to building. Just because I still have extra saplings, and in all honesty, I think there's a taiga biome just like right over there. So saplings are not the biggest deal. We will grab this one right here, though, because I saw him. Oh, and this one. Yeah, because I can get enough saplings to do usually 1 giant spruce tree from a single sapling. So even if I get rid of all of them but just have 1 sapling left, I can plant the single one, let it grow like a normal spruce tree. Usually it's going to turn back 3 to 4. And then I can plant another giant one and just wait. It's kind of what the point of this is you gotta wait. If you have bone meal, it's a really fast way to do it. I don't have bone meal. We will have to do a bit of a bone meal farm down the road, but that's easy enough. Let's kind of get back onto outlining these a little bit more directly. Aha! This is the other thing I almost forgot. In all of my planning, I didn't account for the fact that I need to actually step this corner out a bit if I want it to be kind of consistent with the pattern. We're going to kind of have to do, again, we're figuring out the shape as we go. There is a lot to be said to the benefit of, like, Uber planning your builds. I'm not one of those Uber planners. I will say it does work great for them, and that's fine. So let's do 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to go ahead and just keep it to the 5. We're going to have a 3 front instead of a 5 front. It's a bit of a bop out, but it should be fine. I think we're going to turn this little spot right here into some kind of little nook corner, maybe a little side garden, little herb garden, something like that. Kind of keep this manor feeling good, but we'll kind of see what happens. Let's see if I do that. Yeah. Should have switched to my axe. Oh well. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. Oh, wasn't fast enough on the draw. That's okay. As you can see, this is going to take a fair bit of wood. That's okay. We're going to do, again, the minimum distance to have a gap, so 1. And then drop down here. And then again on this corner. This has kind of shifted everything forward a little bit, but that's okay. I can work with it shifting forward. If it was shifting backward, that'd actually be harder. I can work with it either way, but forward's what we got. We're going to work with it. Okay. Now that we have that, we need to decide what the next kind of planned direction is. And I think, because we have this right here, I think I'm going to want to kind of come to this corner and have just this kind of solid, maybe little bit of, I'm kind of thinking like a little tower almost, like a rounded out tower, kind of boops from this corner. We'll see how it looks. Because I obviously got this little outlet right here, so I don't want to kind of double it too much. I could also just go for a nice, just clean corner, kind of like that. But I feel like a nice clean corner might be a bit much on this house, to be honest. So let's kind of work out a little bit, and let's do a bit of work here. We're gonna carve this out, just so I kind of know what I'm working with. We're gonna kind of terraform later, so don't worry about the fact that we got a hill right here. We're gonna go for a intentional. I don't like the pillar guy. Because I can't raise. There's a banner bearer over there. If I kill the banner bearer, it means I'm more likely to have a raid, and I don't want to have to kill the banner bearer guy. So we're gonna have to see what he does. I think he just went off that way, so we'll let him be. Anyway. We're gonna just do that for now. Probably get rid of that, but we're gonna kind of just see what we got here to work with. Okay. I'm kind of thinking. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay. We will figure out shapes a little bit better in a moment, but here's what I'm going to go with for now. I am going to build a little bit of a tower, but it's going to be a very soft one. We're going to have a very short boop here, and then a bit more of a pronounced one back there. We're going to have to go rest, though, because it's night. But it does mean that I'm going to be coming out at least 3 blocks here, so we're going to place those right now. Okay. It's very small, but we'll kind of work with it. I'm going for a very asymmetrical, odd shape on this building. And you kind of get this, I feel, a lot with some Victorian homes where they're like, let's build a tower here, and let's build this little juxtaposed shot out to the side. And that's kind of what I'm going for, where it's a little bit less, like, clean, slick, modern, and a little bit more kind of chaosy in a way. Like it's kind of bend and shift around here. What are we going for? Let's add a front porch here. Let's add little jut outs and all that stuff. So then we can kind of work with what we're given. Like maybe, kind of what I'm thinking here is like, maybe we got a little balcony on this spot, or maybe we have a little tower out this corner. We got to kind of shape it and see what we're getting with. Kind of want it to be a little whimsical in a way. Maybe like a wizard's tower. I'm going to kind of see what we get and just go with it, though. Okay. And then it needs to come here. And we're going to have a little bit of a problem on this corner. I have to take out this mushroom. Oh, but we can always get more mushrooms later, so it's not the end of the world. We do love our mushrooms, though. And this tree's probably gonna have to go too. That's fine. I can take care of both. Is it an axe or a shovel that's better? I always forget. It's an axe. Oh. Well, so that should be enough to get the rest of these anyway. The top ones are the tricky ones, and most of the red mushrooms are actually pretty easy to get all from ground level. It's the brown ones that are a little bit trickier. Okay. Is that all of them? Oh, there's some right here. And some down here. I'm just gonna grab them. I am probably one of the few people who really like mushrooms in Minecraft as a food item. I just like the idea of mushroom soup. It's not that I know it's not going to be like the best food item, but I hear mushroom soup and I'm like, that sounds really good. And it's entirely a decision made about, wow, I want to eat this in real life. But it is a decision that I stick with. Okay. That should be a little bit of an more organic shape to that tree. And then kind of take this tree out and let the rest of the leaves fall as they will. Probably gonna have to do more reshaping of the skyline here later, but just doing the bare minimum that I need to now. We can worry about things later. We can even pick up leaves, like if we need to later. And do some terraforming that way, you know, like, oh, I accidentally took too much off. We have 2 trees now. So once we run out of spruce wood here, we'll go collect both of those and be in a really nice spot. I think I kind of clear this out a little bit. This little tree sure had a lot of leaves. I'm gonna wait to these carry on their own, but I thought I'd take them out manually so I can kind of get a better view of what this looks like. I think that looks fine for now. I don't need to worry about that right now. Let's do this, though. Okay. So this is going to be it's going to be a pretty big tower, like a 5x5 tower, actually. But it's going to be a bit of just a tower for us. Just wanted a tower, and we're going to build a tower. I don't need reasons to want to do some of the things that I do, but just figured a nice little corner tower would be good. Okay. And then we're going to come in here, clear out this. And if we go, I need an axe. I have to go build another axe, that's okay. Let's break these real quick. As quick as it lets me. Okay. Back to... Oh, actually only back one. This is going to be another little short corner. That's okay, though. Okay. What are we looking at shape-wise? Is that doable? It's a bit of an odd shape, but I think I can make it work. I might just boop more of this back. We'll find out. Probably going to end up just bopping more of that back, but that's going to be our rough outline for the foundation of this house. Now, have that set up, there's going to be a couple things I want to do real quick. One, throw in stone. Two, clear out the actual footprint of the house now that I kind of have a rough outline. That'll let me know what I need to do and basically just give, again, it's all about finding an idea, finding the shape that I'm looking for. We got plenty of dirt for terraforming now. We'll put those in there. We're going to hold on to the spruce wood because we probably will go grab that. As far as charcoal goes, we're doing good. We're going to let's throw a whole stack of cobble in. Hold on to that because we're going to be clearing some out. Throw in the extra stack of dirt because I forgot I had it. That can go up there for now, and that can go up there for now. And put that charcoal in here for now because we don't need it. But, on the other hand, there it goes. Didn't want to let me open it. Throw a full stack of cobblestone in there, and that coal should be more than enough to smelt probably the whole stack. I think it actually will probably be about 8 or 16 would be my guess in terms of how much charcoal. Actually, that's doing it really good. Might only be 8. We'll see. I bet it's 8. 8 charcoal to smelt a full stack. I could pull up the math on it, but I just think 8 is going to be the answer. You can Google like burn tick times for stuff in Minecraft. I just don't. Oh, hi Google. Wasn't talking to you. My Google decided to pick back up. No, I can't say that word. We are going to have to ban the G word in this stream because my phone cannot handle it. I use my phone to monitor a lot of my stream stuff because I only have one monitor. If you weren't aware, if you got any new watchers who aren't familiar with my setup, we got a one monitor here. I stream on a laptop. A good laptop, mind you. Really good gaming laptop. But not perfect when it comes to other stuff. Okay. So now we've got an outline. Let's start to fill this in. We're going to fill it in with bricks first, obviously. Stone bricks are nice. It's kind of what we're going for with the base shape here. Pretty straightforward. Just enough that we can kind of get an idea on what I'm going to need to do to landscape to this. You want to get a spare monitor that just plugs in. I bet if we watched online classifieds, we could find one cheap. I would love to get a little plug-in monitor down the road. It's not a top priority right now, but yes, a little one I can use for multiple things, work, everything. Those guys right there. I don't think they can see me. But we got a salmon friend. I'll watch for a deal. Hey, we got a salmon friend here. Happy little salmon. Swimming in the ocean. We got those guys. Those guys are bad news bears. You see the one with the banner? I don't know if you see that, Favorian. If you kill the one with the banner, I get a mark on my character that I don't know how long it lasts. But basically, if I go into anything that counts as an NPC village during that time, it starts what's called a raid. And I have to fight, like, tons of these guys and, like, mounted monsters and all sorts of things. And it's not fun. If I kill the banner boy right there, the one with the banner, there's 3 of them over there. They're called illagers, like villager but with ill. I'm just letting you know because I know you're not the most familiar with Minecraft and they're a relatively newer mechanic. Want at least a 3 wall right now, so what we're going to do for right now is, well, I'll build this. No, that's actually too far. It needs to be this one right here. Oh, that was too much. Either way, I'll decide what I'm doing on this side as well once I get there. Oh, I'm out. We'll go see how much is smelted within the time it took me to do that. Probably not all of it. I also need more food. Welcome to how I play Minecraft. It's called Don't Farm Enough Resources, but just go for it. I can make some soup. I'll make soup if I need to. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to do some math in my head to see how close 8 would be before I steal this. So, we've gotten 24 with what appears to be 4 pieces of coal. So another 24 would be the 8. So 8 was too little because it's going to be 48. So 12 is 12 coal for a full stack is what it seems to be, 12 charcoal. Which is pretty okay. I'll take it. Hold on to that. We'll turn this into more stone bricks. It's a 1-to-1 conversion, so it's not bad. You just need 4 of them to do it. Oh, it's almost night. It is night. Let's take a little bit of drink. I try to mute my mic so you guys don't get the good old slurping noises, but they are there. Oh, speaking of which, Favorian, I don't know if you know this because I know you're not the most into Twitch, but my emotes are now live. So, boop. Thank you so much for helping me with that and helping me get the Santa hat and everything figured out. I love him so much, and I really appreciated all the help you had with that. Just wanted to give you a shout out. But he's working. We also have this guy working right now. All of my emotes are now live and working all prettily. I still got other things I need to build, which I haven't gotten close to yet. But there's badges, and they're called badges and bit emotes. But basically, I know I wish I could gift you a sub. Because if I can gift you a sub, then you can use them, but I can't gift you a sub. I have access to them, but unfortunately, without a sub, you can't use them. It's one of the rewards for being a sub. If, however, there is something you can do, actually... Oh, did I turn it on? I'll have to turn it on. There's the points that you earn for watching. If you look next to the chat, you'll see the little dragon that you drew. If you select him, one of the options that... I wonder if I can actually put it in real quick. I should be able to let me do it real quick, because it's supposed to be there, but it's not. Just give me 1 second. Points. Yeah, if we get a couple extra, I would love to give you a subscription to my channel just as my mod, just so you have that. You don't have to deal with ads when watching me, and you can use my emotes. But they don't let me do it without. They don't let me do it magically. I can't give a sub, unfortunately, without spending the money on the sub myself. Because I can gift you a sub, but I have to pay for it. Which I think's stupid. But we'll turn that on, and... those. Okay. That's been fixed. So now... I don't know if that works. It does. So... basically, it's like 320 channel points that you earn freely. It lets you use the emote, even if you're not a sub. I don't know for how long it lets you do it. I don't know if it's like I don't think it's a one-time thing. I think it's like a per stream thing. But I can adjust the prices on that. But until then, if you get the channel points, especially because you're watching all of these, if you get those channel points, you can spend it on that. If you tap the little dragon, and then you can do them that way. I can't test if it's working because I get automatic subbed to my own channel. But that's the closest I get to free. Turtle in a boat. It's 24 hours, so yeah, 320 points. You get at least 10 points a minute, I think is what it is. And then it unlocks it for 24 hours. So. Is it 480? Oh, there's a random. Unlock a random for 320. Choose an emote for 480. I don't know if I can... I can control the prices on those. So... I'll figure out and adjust them to a fair price later, but... Twitch automatically sets them based on how many viewers I have. So, it's fine. Yeah, it's a thing. It's one of the reasons why people sub, is they can get to use the emotes. I also know like why they don't let me gift subs. Like it'd be nice if I could as the streamer. But the reason why is because if I'm gifting a sub and it's a traditional sub, that technically be giving myself free money. So I wish they had like a give X people access to them, but unfortunately that's not a thing in Twitch right now. But it's okay. Chances are, and I'm just gonna say this right now to shout out how amazing these people are. Chances are, if you're watching my stream and I get raided by someone like Tife, you might just end up getting gifted a sub anyway, because Tife and Noctis and Vixen and Noctamom, all those wonderful people are crazy like that. And they love to do crazy things like that because they're awesome people. So, like Vixen popped in and gifted Yuki. You remember Yuki a sub? Just because. And I'm like, you guys are crazy and I love you. That's currently why Vixen's actually #1 on the leaderboard. Because there's a gift sub leaderboard that I can stare at. Oh, my shovel broke. Well, now I'm sad. I'll have to go make another shovel. Anyway. Cobblestone. Making a cobblestone shovel. I can make a gold shovel, but it just breaks really quickly. It's not really worth making. There's also a crafting book, in case I forget how things are made, or when it comes to new items. I just don't usually use the crafting book for something like a shovel. Is it getting late? I feel like it's... No, it's not too late. We'll get back to doing some terraforming. I do genuinely enjoy terraforming, that's why I do it so much. I know I'm not the best. There's people when it comes to terraforming that are just like absolutely insane, but I enjoy it. Scrape the scratch right here. How are you doing, by the way? Is the keyboard nice and out of the reach of anyone dangerous? Otherwise known as Chaos 1 and 2. Seems like we've found a safe space. Sorta. Are you playing Babygate? I will have you know that as annoying as that might get it sometimes, I don't know if he still does it, Babygate is my most missed thing about child #1. I don't know if he still does it anymore, but it's one of the things that I miss the most about him. For those also new to the chat who are watching this, I currently live away from my wife and kids for work. So when I say miss them, that's what it is. I clarify because I mentioned that and someone assumed the worst, but no, all my kids are still good and alive and healthy. I'm just away for work. That's going to break some shovels. We're getting a lot of space though. I mean, look at this. We're going to put some floor in here. We can put some interior pillars and wall supports. It's going to look nice. Okay. Tife just went live, speaking of the devil earlier. Thank you, phone, for notifying me. I think I've apparently decided to stream when everyone else I watch is streaming. That's okay, I'll keep this a nice quiet stream. It didn't use either of those that I was using. Okay. I gotta remember to mute Discord when I'm streaming. Speaking of which, for those that are watching, I do have my own Discord. It is linked on my About page. Please feel free to join me. Or if you're in chat, you can do !Discord and it will pop up at any time. Standard Discord command for Twitch. Oh, apparently I forgot that I ran out of these when I was placing them. There we go. There's something kind of relaxing about terraforming. I think it's the sound a little bit. It's a good sound. Kind of fun, light. Makes me want to go out and dig in the actual garden. We need to get a good garden someday. I'm pushing this more than I should. Wait, that might have been too low. That was probably too low. Either way, I pushed that a little bit farther than I should. Okay. Sorry, I'm checking my posture. We'll grab those out. That out, that. Let's actually get a full stack of cobble in there. There we go. That there. Sleep. And we got a full stack of stone brick to use for whatever we need it for. I'm making a lot of stone brick because I always run out of stone brick when I need it most. Oh, shovel. That's what I forgot to make. We'll go finish up terraforming, and then we can take a look at... well, then we'll have all the dirt that we need to actually terraform, not clearing out the place, but rather bringing the ground level up even and nice around the sides, kind of to where we want it to be. Okay. I don't need to go any lower there, that's fine for now. Just finish clearing this out. That. And that should do it as far as... Actually, you know, that should do it there too, because I actually don't need... dirt. I can just do other things. Okay. And now we can switch to the pickaxe to clear that last of that stone out. It's going to take a little bit longer, because stone takes a little bit longer, but it will get us a nice amount of stone. We've got some coal back there from when we need it. We'll kind of have our clearing here, and we'll know kind of what we need to do from here. Actually, once our pickaxe breaks, we'll just do some terraforming for a bit instead. Just because that would be easiest. Oh, I probably should go down to the mine and actually... Now that I think about it, yeah. I need iron. And I think... Let's grab this coal. It's not much. I think we should probably do some more mining. But let's make some extra torches with the coal that we do have. And let's do some mining before it's too late. Get ourselves some iron, so we can maybe get some iron tools again. We will bring ourselves with us a single stone pickaxe as well. If I still have... I might actually still have one. Now that I think about it down here. I do. Knew that would come in handy. And we can put the coal there. Perfect. Granite. We can put extra dirt there because we have all the dirt that we could ever want right now. I'll put paper with those so it makes a little bit more sense. Just kind of cleaning out a little bit of inventory. I don't need those, so we're going to turn those to planks. Just so we can do a decent little bit of mining without having to return back here too many times. Not worrying about a full clearing my inventory just because there wouldn't really be much of a point to fully clearing out my inventory right now. I have a method to my organizational madness. Might not be an obvious one, but it's there. Okay, that's a bit of a... I'll put the door in here too, because I don't need it. And those. Bit of an odd setup, but it's something. You know what? Let's play it on the safe side, because if I'm mining and get killed, I don't want to lose valuable resources. We'll do that for now. Minimize potential losses. Yep. Let's make this even smarter and bring a second stone pickaxe. If we plan to be down there for a bit. We don't have too many torches, so that's going to be our big limiter, but if we find coal, we'll be in much better shape. So, probably shouldn't have gotten for two stone pickaxes, actually, in hindsight, but that's okay. See, here we have the spruce wood that we were using for the mine. We didn't get very far, because we were building like an actual mine entrance, but that's okay. What I'm going to do now is, let me see, how does this look? If I kind of look in here, you can kind of see, I'm going to want to go ahead and go down a little bit more. I really was overthinking this mine in hindsight. What pattern was I doing? That's the pattern, I think. Which means leave those. Break these out. Is that it? Yeah, that should be that pattern. Down another level. And then the top ceiling pattern. That's even a bit more unique. Okay. That's it. That's the top ceiling pattern. Oh, I did this in a way that was going to give myself a headache and get a whole lot of stone, but not a lot of resources. Okay. I think what we're going to do is space this as if I was going down one more, and then we're going to build a room, so I don't have to deal with this headache of a mine entrance I decided to build for too long. So how many rows do we do? We do 3 rows, so we got 1. Let's make another. Okay. W, W, W. There we go. And then on the top, we're going to go with another W shape. And that's why we brought stone pickaxes. Because I almost knew that that was going to happen. Especially with this weird shape I got here. It's actually not the weirdest shape in hindsight. Because I can kind of actually just do this. So I'd hollow out this. And that's actually the next W shape right there. And then now I just kind of come right here. Bit of a weird one, but not actually the worst in the world. I kind of get why I did it, if I wanted to make a unique shape in the past. Okay. And then now, this one right here would be the wooden pillars, right? So I got wood, 3 stone, wood, 3 stone, wood. Perfect. Because now, we're going to have this step into what is going to be a room. Like a mine open room type thing. Which is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay. Alright. So this will kind of step into a room. So I'll have the wood come up, and I'll do boom, boom for the wooden supports, just like we do on those. And then we'll have this room right there. That's perfect. Okay. Because those are going to be wood, and this is not. Let's do... a 5x5 room. And then I can add some kind of reinforcement and support and play around with that a bit. But then because we're doing a 5x5 room, I can have a 3x3 doorway that way and that way. So that should work fine. Almost a 5x5 room. It's going to be 4 along this wall, so 1 more. Yeah. And then over here, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 more over here. Let's break this out. And then we can go here. That's perfect. That's what I'm looking for. And that is more importantly what I was looking for. That is iron. Obviously, you can probably tell. If you haven't played Minecraft before, that was iron. Diorite can go back in there because I don't think I need that far. Yep. Just to be a placement. I'll probably go, because this is going to be like a entrance tunnel and then a central mine room, I'll probably fully kind of decorate these as we go. Swap out anything that's not stone for stone, just for kind of a uniform aesthetic. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. And that means that this wall right there should be at a 5. But that iron was exactly what I was hoping to find when we were down here. So that actually worked really well because we can build a new iron pick and kind of be ready to go in the future. Okay. And then now, we're actually going to build this out. It's going to just be a 5x5 cube, basically. 5, 5, 5. Right at the end of the tunnel. this will be our mine room, as it were. Put torch here for now. And these entrances are going to go here. We'll have a wooden frame over here, so it will make sense. And here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So we can mine off that way, and we can mine off this way. We got 2 different routes to go, in case one route doesn't work like we want it to. And then we can do wooden frameworks up, around, down, up, around, down. Do something kind of fancy here in the ceiling. We've got a little bit of breathing room right above it. And even something right here even, maybe, because that's going to be wood. And that's going to be wood. We'll see. There might be something we can work with there. But in the meantime, we can actually start mining in the much more logical way. What we're looking to do is to get down to, if you look where it says 52, we're looking to get down to about 12, maybe 16. It's a good 52, 51 on the XYZ. I can't quite point it out on my screen, but it's, if you look at the left, there's like text and then a gap and then more text is the first line. I'm trying to get that down to about 16. It means we're about 16 blocks up from the lowest point in the game. Uh-oh. What are we doing? Hit the wrong button. There we go. But that will get us about where we need to go. Naturally, kind of what I'm hoping happens is that we hit a cave system. These cave systems allow massive exploration with minimum clearing of blocks you don't need. Because if you need stone, this gets you a lot of stone, but it's not really the way to get stone. If you want stone, you build quarries, which is basically where you just find a spot and you just dig in a circle until you get down all the way to the bottom. You'll get more stone than you ever need to know. You need to ever know what to do with that way. And it'll be good. You can enjoy some more Minecraft sounds though. Also gotta remember to keep your caves lit. Things will spawn in the darkness. I prefer the double torch method. So probably what we'll do is just, again, false wooden supports on our way down. I really like the way that they look. Provides a bit of an aesthetic. You can hear that little creepy sounds. Don't know what that creepy sound means, but they love to make creepy sounds when you're underground. Get me a little bit of the chills. Don't know why they do that, but they do that. It's always giving me the creeps when I'm playing Minecraft with sound. Just digging and then you hear shh. And you're like, screw you, Notch. It was uncalled for. Now I gotta make a mad dash up to our house because it's nighttime. Running to the Tudor house. The Tudor house. Take a nap. This was needed sometimes. Okay. Well, now I can come over here, snag that out, throw that in. Grab our charcoal, throw that in. Oh, all of it, apparently. Andesite can join with the andesite. We got lots of cobblestone now. Might need to make just a cobblestone chest. There's some stone. We'll do that for organizational sake. Diorite. We got a full stack of diorite and then some. I don't really need that much diorite. I think we gotta build ourselves a second chest. I will use oak to do it. Should give us enough for another double chest, which we'll put on this side of the bed. And this one is going to be cobblestone. I don't have mass storage yet. We're going to put cobblestone, dirt, diorite, granite, and a site sand. These materials which I'm going to get a lot of during the kind of mining and all that jazz. We will try to keep it vaguely organized. Oh, nope, stone can stay out. But for now, that'll do. These can get turned to stone bricks. That should give us all the stone bricks we need for a good long while. We want the spruce wood. We want... Oh, that's diorite. Diorite. Let's see. Grab dark oak, log, let's grab... Got 2 of those. Oak can go in here. We are using spruce. Oak and birch can go in here. They can go kind of stacked on top of each other like that for organization. Doors can put doors next to each other. Dark oak planks I'll actually hold on to because I'm using those right now. Same with ladders. Sticks can go over here next to the apple. Spruce can go next to those. Those can stay there because I'm not needing them right now. Dark oak planks will go here because we're going to be turning them to stairs. And then they can go on the bottom too, if that makes more than I need. Which it did. There we go. That is a rapidly organized inventory. All the iron smelted in that time, which is enough iron to do 2 things, and we are going to do both of them. 1, retire our sword. Boop. Salute it. It served us well. Buy a sword. And now we're going to make both an iron sword and another iron pickaxe. Perfect. Defense and material and mining if we need it. So, first things first, I think we're going to do some terraforming. So we're just going to grab, like, what? 4 stacks? 4 stacks and some of dirt, because we're going to be using a lot of it. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Okay. How you holding up, Vivorian? You doing good? Surviving? I know this one's not your favorite game that I stream. I'm glad to be back in it. I've been wanting to build on this museum for a while. Okay. Question is, how do I want to terraform this? I think first things first, we don't want it to go this low. So let's bring this up to ground level. Okay. Let's see, where does this go? This kind of goes up to here. That's good. I'll probably level this all out farther, because that gives us a little bit of breathing room with that. Second thing is lava pit here. I think we're going to just scratch having a lava pit, to be honest. Yeah, we're going to just kind of scratch having the lava pit. We're going to bury it more than anything. Yeah. Bit of a beach here still. That for now. It's not perfect terraforming. This isn't meant to kind of be perfect terraforming. It's just kind of the loose shaped stuff playing how I feel it needs to go. Okay. That's probably don't want to fill this all in. There's 2 ways to terraform. Fill it all in with dirt, which uses a lot of resources, or just kind of build a nice little shell. I think we're gonna go with the shell method today. Just because it gives good results for the amount of resources you're putting in. Which is to say, avoiding having to put in tons and tons of resources. Okay, that for now. We have a little bit of a hill right here, but we're going to go ahead. Okay. Let's start from our house. We want these walls to be at least 3 tall, and I think that's where we're going to leave these two. Coming out from here, I kind of want... That's too much. Let's kind of go around here. I also want this wall 3 tall. Which means that we're going to need blocks there. As well as we're not going to want too much of an overhang, so we're going to do that. And the last bit of the puzzle here is here. We're going to do 3 block high walls here, and kind of blend this down to the beach, because it shouldn't be too hard of a blend to do. Kind of leave a little bit of a cliff on that side if we want to. But coming in here, let's see what we want. Okay. I want a nice 2-block path that can be walked around the perimeter of my house safely. And I think that's going to be the best way to have it. We'll round this out more. See, right now it's very, very straight. We will round it out so it's not just straight angles. We'll get there. Right now we're just going for base outlines. I'm trying not to do that. Okay. The question is now, do I blend around the corner, or... Yes, the answer is yes. Yes, I do. Okay. Let's see, what do I want here? I kind of want a little bit of a nice pathway. There. Bit of an unnatural, uneven shape. Not too bad. I'm gonna kind of come in here. Let's go with a 2 and a 1 and whatever edge this ends up being. Let's knock that back a little bit. Kind of come in with this. This is what I'm thinking. How's that for a land shape? Yeah, that's not bad. There we go. I have to sleep again already? Seriously? That's fine. We'll go down here and sleep. With terraforming, for me, it's just a lot about feeling out the lines, right? Where do I want this to go? What shape do I want here? Figuring that out. Dirt. We're gonna need a lot more dirt, though. This is a lot bigger of a project than I first thought it was. So grab another few stacks, just to keep it sorted. Eventually, I will build a much better chest system. But right now, this is what I got. Okay. Also gonna need to terraform over here, but we're gonna terraform this side first, so that I don't have to worry about this eyesore, that I know it looks good. I'm also going to actually, so I was thinking about it, knock this back a little bit, you know? Smooth it out, a bit like that. Knock it back a bit. Like this. A nice little curved bit of land here. No need to go about trying to ruin that. Kind of just feeling it out now. This is what I was talking about, you know? Just, is this a longer drop? Is this a shorter drop? What's the story of the land a little bit? Kind of let it talk to me. Which is usually just a whole lot of placing random dirt until I like what I see. Whole lot of just finicking around. Once the grass goes over, it usually looks better anyway, but just for the time being, a whole lot of fidgeting around, trying to find what I like shape-wise. Okay. I'm gonna want to drop that out to at least here for now. Whoa! Hi, merchant. You scared me. Thanks for the warning before you just materialized into existence. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of terraforming over here as well. Just smooth that out. This is where we're going to really kind of just get a good little flat area right here for a bit of some farms or gardens, you know? Just something over here. It's a big old tree. Bit of an uneven, just like a little, you know, kind of boops out a little bit here. Kind of caresses this tree, which is right next to the cliffside. That's what I'm looking for. Little things like that. Tell me the story of the land. Maybe the dirt hasn't eroded away there as much because it's because the tree's there. I don't know. What do you got? You got coral, pumpkins, saplings, pufferfish bucket. Oh, piled it. It's a unique spot to spawn, man. I'll give you that much. Okay. I'm gonna just fish that out to right here for now, because I gotta figure out what I want to do over here. But this is kind of where I'm gonna go for a larger flat area. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of odd shaping terraforming. This is the place to do it. And then I can kind of just come in here and make this all nice and fun. I'm gonna kind of mimic this pattern a little bit too, because I know originally I had it kind of settled in a bit, but I think we're going to follow that up a little bit more. gradual declination there. Yeah. That's better. That's not bad. Not mad at it. From bucket. The lava's going to be making noises, unfortunately, until I ice it over with some water, which I will do. Probably hear a little bit of bubbling when I'm nearby it. Until then, there's not a way to mute that sound out, unfortunately. Even if I cover it, you might be able to hear it still. Hopefully not too much. That's what the hope is, at least. Okay. I can hope a lot, can't I? Okay, let's do flat till here. Listen to all those wonderful llama noises. Okay. Now for this. To help quiet it up, we're going to do a layer of dirt right on top, which I wish I didn't have to do, but otherwise it'll be even louder than it is. I might take out a lot of the lava this way too. We'll have to see. Yeah, there we go. That quieted the lava. Okay. Let's fill this in. We're gonna have to go get more dirt. Much bigger project than I originally expected, but that's okay. I feel like I'm getting something done this stream. Both in terms of house frame and terraforming. I do realize now that my getting this done in 2 hours may have been a bit ambitious at the beginning of the stream. Hello, Yuki! Welcome to my Minecraft stream, where I am just remembering how slow this game takes. How are you doing today? For everyone watching, Yuki is a fantastic streamer. Little shout out to her. She's great and wonderful and loves to stop by our chats and chat. She's a wonderful being. So, shout out to Yuki. You doing pretty good? Well, that's pretty good to hear. Always glad to see you popping by chat. This is my very slow burn. So I don't know if I've talked about this stream if you've been watching any of it before, or like if you've caught in a previous one, because it's been a while since I've done it, and I know I've talked about it in a couple streams. So basically, the plan is, long-term wise, we're going to build a museum. We're going to build a museum in this game that houses one of every block, every mob, etc. Every item. If it's in Minecraft, I'm going to put it in my museum. And it's going to be a very, very, I'm going to use the phrase slow burn, because Minecraft's a slow game. It's going to take a while to get there, but it's something I always got to do, and I just want something a little bit less intense. Because I'm just, play some blocks, not too intense. Anyway, just having dinner after taking Poppy to see the lights. Oh, that's wonderful. I bet she loved that. I honestly don't know how either of my children would respond to the lights. I can see my wife can disagree with me on this one, but I could see child number 1 being entertained for 5 seconds and then being like, okay, I'm done, and child 2 would be just all over it until she found something more interesting. And then back into it, and then something more interesting, and it's kind of bounced back and forth. She got to ride a camel with her Nana. Oh, that sounds like a top-grade adventure. Also, shout out and respect to someone else actually using the word Nana, because that word is not used enough by Americans. Just saying. I remember growing up, because I always had my Nana and Granddad, and I'd always tell the kids, where are you going? I'm going to my Nana's house. And they always thought I said my banana's house, and it always annoyed me. They always thought they were so clever. You gonna go see your banana? And I'm like, you're an idiot. Stop. It's not even that clever. It also didn't help that I went to an elementary school that had my name. My real name's Taylor. I go by Tada. Tada's what I go by, like, in real life. That's, like, actually what I go by is Tada, which is why the beginning of it. But my actual birth name's Taylor, and Taylor is a very common name. So I went to school that had the name Taylor in it, which is very common, and every time, oh, is this your school? Oh, is this your school? And then we'd go on a field trip and see, like, TaylorMade or something, and it'd be like, oh, look, is that your store? Or look, Taylor's Boats. Oh, are those your boats? It's like the bane of my existence with having a common name. Because, like, as an adult, most people don't crack that joke, but when you are a kid, that is just everything. Like, everyone thought that was hilarious. If they saw your name on it, it was yours. Which is fine if you have, like, a unique name, but when your name was Taylor, the joke got old really fast. Anyway, yeah, Tada, that's what you... Yeah, a lot of people call me Tada. Daffy's also another really common one. And I don't mind either. Daffy, as far as streaming's concerned, Daffy's really common, and I don't mind either, but we can thank Noctis for Daffy. See, when I watched my first Noctis stream, well before I started streaming or even, like, really got into any of it, I was watching a Noctis stream, and I was in the chat, and Noctis was talking, and he saw my name, and he just said Daffy, and I was like, okay, you know, I get where that came from. And, like, I didn't bother to correct or anything. I was like, it's okay. You know, I don't mind Daffy. That's easier than trying to explain to Da. We'll just go with it right now. And then it stuck. And I would go and I joined, like, other streams, and every time it was just Daffy. And I'm like, that's fine. We'll just go with Daffy. So Daffy's cool. A lot of people call me that too. Or to Daffy. I get to Daffy a lot. And I don't know if I've told you this. I know it's been mentioned on the stream before. I know I've told Vixen, for example. But the name, as it is spelled on Twitch, the Tadaffyd, the reason there's a D at the end is it's because it's to David. Daffyd is just the Welsh spelling of David. It's pronounced David. Just the same as we pronounce David. And it brings me, there's no end to the amount of joy that people trying to pronounce it brings, because it's not a hard word, it's just a unique spelling of it. And yeah, it just makes me smile whenever someone says Daffy, and I'm like, it's just David. But it's okay. Again, it makes me smile more than anything. So as long as you have a unique mispronunciation of my name, we're cool. You know, I'm like, you do you. You can pronounce it however you want, as long as I've not heard it before. We'll roll with it. Tada is best name. Yeah, that's exactly why I go by Tada. It's like, I go by Tada in real life, because Tada, it's nice. It's easy, people remember me. It also helps when you're the guy who wears, like, cardigans, double-button vests, and hats. Like, I already got an aesthetic with the flat cap and everything. You throw the name Tada in there, and people tend to remember me. It's really, really convenient at work with my job, or anything like that. I try not to talk too much about the active job I'm doing, just because I'm not sure, like, what my employer would mind me saying and not mind me saying. I work in a department that's got a little bit of, like, don't tell people type stuff to it. Not that I'm doing anything secret, like just the standard, this is a corporate secret, don't leak it, nothing interesting. I work in development, so you're working on things that aren't released yet, and there's a whole entire big deal about if this gets released, you can't have told people because markets and stocks and monies and corporate stuff that I don't understand. I don't do corporate stuff. But my previous job, which I can talk about now because I don't work there anymore, I was in. It was a call center job, but I was working at like the highest escalation point for certain like extreme call centers. I handled a lot of different things in terms of like dangerous customers, non-compliant customers. I handled mostly tech support stuff. Still was like the backbone of what I did, but it was tech support stuff for this team that handled, and the company will remain unnamed for reasons, but that worked kind of tech support for this stuff. And it was oftentimes that people would come to ask us questions because we were one of the experts on the floor. And because of this and my knowing tech support, it became just very easy for me to wear the hat and dress this way. Because then when people needed to ask me questions, it was like, oh, who you got to ask? Just look for the guy in the flat cap. Go talk to Tada. Tada will know what to do. And it was kind of like the transition period where like half people called me Tada and half people called me Taylor. Depended when you knew me. Because it kind of started at that company. I had a friend who basically, if you take the first two, Tada is literally the first two letters of my first name and the first two letters of my last name. So T-A-D-A, Tada. That's where it came from. Because they abbreviated it once as first two. So I was Tada, and it worked. We went with it. And that's kind of where the nickname came from, and where it stuck. And why I'm a little partial to it. You know someone's a good coworker when you stay in contact with them after working at that job. Which I do for the person who coined the phrase Tada. Is how you know you's a good being. Yuki, because your name is Yuki. I did not know your name is Yuki. Yeah, you did go by Cape for the exact same idea. And you've used Cape on a couple different things. I remember when we first gamed together, you would use Cape whenever you had to come up with a unique username. I actually think it might be what your Don't Starve Together username is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how those work. But hey, your name is Yuki. That's really cool. Is it? Oh, yeah. She's lurking in the chat. So I gotta be on my best behavior. Is Yuki? I'm trying to think what origin that is. Like, so the thing with the name Yuki is that I'm always lurking just 'cause kids, yeah. She is my master lurker moderator extraordinaire, and I love her for it. It's Japanese, yeah. So my mind thought it sounds Japanese, but there's also these very like unique. I'm gonna use the word niche. Set of names that come from like Scandinavia, which also have a kind of like a Yuki name, and like my mind's like, is it Asian in experience or is it Scandinavian? And because there's just a couple collections of names that are there, and even like Central European, where my mind like does wheelhouses trying to figure out where the name's from sometimes. But Yuki sounded more Japanese to me. I just didn't want to commit to it. So yeah. And I've watched your stream. I know you aren't Japanese. But it means snow. Aw, that's really cool. My name's Taylor, and it means someone who was a tailor. It's English. I love English. My last name, which is not directly obvious, is my wife has a Hawaiian middle name. You're a VTuber? I swear there's a picture of you. I swear I've seen a picture of you. I've heard your voice, but isn't like Discord have a picture of you? My mind's trying to draw back. I know you're a voice tuber. I meant I swear I'd seen a picture of you. Am I blending people together? I blend people together. By the way, I'm going to apologize for this right now. My mind is terrible with names, and so it categorizes people. And your name is very unique, which means I'm going to throw other people in assumptions to you. When I post my stream in Discord, there's a picture of me. Maybe that's where I'm thinking it's from then. Because I'd swear I'd seen you. Because I know I'd seen Hebby. I've seen Hebby because he streams with the camera. And I stream with the camera. But VTuber is voice, by the way, for Favorian, if you aren't familiar with that term. My wife doesn't do a whole lot of Twitch streams other than mine, so I randomly will define random Twitch terms she might not have heard. Ooh, more seeds. Figured it out? Yeah. I figured you would, but thought I might say something. Usually in the background of his streams. Maybe that's where I've seen you too. Like, I've seen you in the background of his streams, and like my mind just assumed it was your stream. I have a terrible memory. I was just talking to some of my friends with this. In high school, I was really bad at remembering anyone's name. And like, these are the names not of like strangers, but people like I would hang out with on a day-to-day basis. And I would not know their name for the life of me. Like, just not even the slightest idea. And a lot of times what would end up happening is I would remember their first and last name together. And that's how I would remember their name. So they became like, this isn't someone I know. I try to avoid names of people that I know without permission. But like, it'd be like, I would know them as like Daneth Brown. And that's how my mind would store their name. And so whatever it was, if I needed to say their name, I'd be like, oh, hello, how you doing, Daneth Brown? And they thought it was just like a quirk of me, until someone later realized, oh, wait, you do that when you can't remember their name. And it's just how my mind would like I guess a mnemonic key to help remember it. Which I'm not sure if my wife knew that or not. Because I know she knows I do it, but that's where it came from. So it's just my mind doing mnemonics to help figure it out. Or I'd come up with a new name. Like, I'll use these fake names for these people, but there was one kid I was a really good friend with, and I called him Butch. It wasn't his name. I just called him Butch one day, and because that's what my mind assumed his name was, and it stuck. And then it went like this for a while, and then he asked me one day, he's like, why do you call me Butch? And I'm like, I thought that was your name. That's what my mind assumed your name was. And he thought it was hilarious, so I just called him Butch I still call him Butch whenever I'd see him or chat with him. Butch is a great person, which my wife may not know who he is, but I will just say, to quote my wife and without saying anything, he is one of my favorite Facebook posters, and that might tell you who he is, who we both knew in high school. Had another kid, similar thing. Knew him for a while, always forgot his name. Yeah, you know who Butch is. Yeah, always would forget his name, and I called him Harold. Because we were reading Christmas songs one day, and it was Hark the Herald Angels Sing, and it made me chuckle, because he could actually sing pretty well. And I just called him out, hello, Thomas! Harold is a great Facebook friend, too. Yeah, you know who Harold is, too. I'm glad you know these little nicknames of people, where it's not their real name, but that's what I called them. Yeah. These are mostly kids that we knew through extended band and orchestra. If you went to band in high school, you were there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so Thomas, what happened was just stream issues. Audio issues galore. We were crashing, audio didn't want to pick up, everything. So I went live once, and then had to close it down, and then I went live a second time, and it all crashed. But then we got it back up and running, and third time was the charm. We're still running now. So yeah, how you doing today, Thomas? Okay, Minecraft. There we go. Anyway, got lots of people in the chat right now. Been a little bit of a slow start, but we're picking up apparently. Okay. Oh yeah. Pretty good. Just played a little Skyrim and a little Mini World. I don't think I've played Mini World before. I love Skyrim, obviously. I think that's when you first started following me when I started streaming Skyrim. And I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. We just finished, I think. I'm still working on it a little bit. We're just doing a little bit of terraforming today. Kind of trying to get my island shaped how I want it to be. Make it all nice and pretty. Sort of the same and sort of not. It's like a Minecraft emulator type thing, where it's basically Minecraft, but not quite. I mean, I love me a good little Minecraft knockoff as much as the rest of them. I remember when... So I've played Minecraft from, like, the oldie, not quite beta, but close days. I started playing Minecraft in... Oh, what year was it? Like... It was really close to the closed beta, like 2010, 2011. These things that mine does not, like guns, different spawns. Okay. Okay. You know, but I started playing Minecraft back in 2010, 2011 days, and like it was right when it was not when it came out. It was still in beta when I started playing, but it was before like the main release. Like we're talking, I remember when Redstone became a thing. That's the like it was the thing when I first started playing, and Redstone just came out, and everyone was starting to figure it out. So much events, like, do not the whole game. There's more events than anything. Okay. Doesn't sound half bad. Maybe I'll give it a look someday. I'm not going to say like a Minecraft purist. I just really like Minecraft. And if I play other games that are too close to Minecraft, I just feel like I want to play more Minecraft. You gotta pay consoles for them with real money. Ah, no. That's gonna be a killer for me on it. I love Minecraft free skins. I got my little skin here. I'm really proud of it. I made this skin a couple years ago. Boop, 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 boop. We got it. It's got basically me with purple, because it's my favorite color. And because I got bored, we had this whole entire thing about being a hobbit when I was growing up. Where is it? Skin customization. So... Is it here? Yeah, it's here. I had it to where I could take my shoes off. Because we had this whole hobbit thing going on for a while. Random fact. Anyway. It's similar to Minecraft, only it's a zombie horror game. Oh, yeah, so I have not played 7 Days. I've watched a lot of 7 Days stream. There's a YouTuber, it's like the wooden sword they changed the name stick. Okay. Yeah, so there's a YouTuber group that I'm actually a really big fan of, by the name of Neebs Gaming. Their 7 Days to Die stream was really, or not stream, they did like recording. It was really good, and I really enjoyed watching theirs. So I watched quite a bit of 7 Days to Die. I couldn't really ever get into it myself. I had a friend who played it when it first came out. But it's not like outside of I had a survival horror kick and a survival game kick where I played Minecraft and Don't Starve and everything consistently, but it was kind of short-lived. I actually don't like survival games the most. I enjoy certain ones. But like, I like Minecraft for the building. That's what drew me in. I like Don't Starve because of the art style. And a lot of the survival games just don't have a unique draw to them. Definitely would be more fun to do with friends. If I don't have a version of the game, but if I do get a copy, I wouldn't mind hopping on stream with you. If I get a copy down the road. I've been thinking about it. It's just not quite my style of game. I'm also not a big zombie fan. Like in general. I like horror games. Will I ever stream a horror game? Probably not. I like them though. I try to keep my streams family friendly, generally speaking. And a lot of horror games, I feel like kind of push over the what I would consider family friendly. Yeah. That's just my personal thing. Oh, I will say this is not. I wouldn't consider this a horror game, but it is a game that some people might consider a horror game that I really want to stream. BioShock. Now that I think about it, I might do some BioShock. That is one of my like top 10 best games ever made. Story was phenomenal. Mini World, if you see the witch tree, do not go near it at all. Do it. I will be doing some BioShock streams sometime. It's a really story. So BioShock's a really story-driven game, and I don't between AC Syndicate, which is super story-driven, Dark Souls, which is semi-story-driven. I kind of don't want to add a third one onto it. I know you love story-driven. I might. We'll see. I call it because the witch will kill you in just 2 hits. There you go. Learning a lot about Mini World today. There's actually a lot of games I kind of want to stream. Like, BioShock is on that list because it's just such a good game. The story in that game is amazing. But then there's also games like that are definitely not necessarily story driven, but I think would be really fun to stream. Or just for like chatting. I'm gonna call them chatting streams, right? Like this is a stream where I'm just talking and chilling. And one of the ones that came to mind is a kind of random game known as I forgot Mini Metro, I think is what it is, or a game like OpenTTD. These I'm gonna call them kind of like they're like more in the Minecraft. It's a game that I'm playing while I chat, not because it's like a super cool story-driven game, because they're both kind of buildy tycoon games. Which I'm like, something like that could be fun to do sometime as well. We'll see. Adding a BioShock game to the rotation, though, could be really good now that I think about it. You get the game that'll be single player, and right beside it will say multiplayer, and right beside that it will say gallery, maps download, and right below it will say play, get random cool stuff. Good to know. Doesn't quite sound like my kind of game, but if I ever give it a look, I'm glad to know that. I really like a good story-driven RPG. That's kind of my jam. Whether that's Skyrim or Dark Souls, I have a lot of flavor within story-driven RPGs. But I really like them. I go to space. Sounds like it's got a lot. I find with, and I haven't played this game to judge it, but I find with a lot of games that add that much content, they've gone for quantity over quality. And I'm very picky with games. I don't want a game that just has everything thrown in because they can. Like it bums me down real quick. Oh, I used up more of my iron pickaxe than I should. Nice, yeah, Dorito Man Dan. We are playing some nice and chill Minecraft today. We are playing some nice and chill Minecraft because I wanted something chill, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I'm really mad at Ornstein and Schmaug and didn't quite feel like fighting them today. Definitely nothing to do with that. Mm. Yeah, oh, I'm not frustrated at Dark Souls. I hope you feel better about them. So I know how to beat Ornstein and Schmaug, and I really want to beat them. And I did build this all by myself. Yeah, it's a single player world. Um, it's nowhere near complete, but it's finals week. Oh, that's a bit of a cram. Thank you. I got to redesign the front porch. I was debating between like this and this, and I don't like either of them. So I want to kind of come in. I actually just had an idea. I gotta come in and do a little bit more work. Well, at least it's only one class to be worried about. How's that look? Hmm. Where's the villager? I'm not getting my when I need them. You like that? Like, it feels like too much without it. And then if I drop it down one block, it feels too hollow. How's that? It's not bad. We'll leave it like that for now. I have a feeling that I'm probably just gonna end up tearing it down and rebuilding. Let's get this wall in here and at least go with that for now. Okay. Oop. Finals week is always fun. Yeah, I don't know if you heard the villager, but he agreed with me right there. Good old. See what happens when I. Oop, that's too high. It has been a hot moment since I've had a finals week. I have not been in college for. That's not bad. Yes, the emotes are live. The emotes are live. We have a little Christmas guy. And you can thank my wonderful wife for all the assistance she gave that with me. I gave her the dragon outline, and she picked a wonderful color scheme to go with the Christmas hat. And she even designed the Christmas hat, although I did have to make a couple adjustments when I scaled it. Because the original outline was on an 18 by 18 pixel square, and I needed to bump him up to a 28 by 28. Gonna take a while. My friend was doing them, got COVID. Oh, that sucks. Well, I hope that they do well, and I hope you can get your emotes good. Oh, that sucks, though. Yeah, I did. They're doing okay, though. That's good. My best friend got COVID, too. You're probably going to hear stories about this person, and hopefully, time and life and space willing, I'll get them dragged onto a stream with me one day. I have had a best friend since 7th grade. He had it when I first moved out to MA. Is when he got it. Like, outside of the time period of us having been in contact with him, but it was like the first 2 weeks of me being in MA is when he got the positive diagnosis. But he hadn't been around us for about 2 weeks at the time. So about 3 weeks after we had seen him, he had gotten it. But yeah, I want to drag him on stream with me sometime. because more about Mini World. My phone makes some games. They can't play Minecraft. Okay. That sounds like not a half bad idea. You know, if it's a game you like, you play it. You gotta do. You gotta do. You gotta enjoy it. Anyway, you know, I want to drag my best friend on here at some point because he's just a good bean, and we bring out the most chaos in each other, and I feel like it'd be fun. We talked about making content together for the absolute longest time, and it never happened because we kind of did that thing where um, we did the good old. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think we can drag him in for Diablo 3 would be fantastic. Um, but yeah, we did this thing where we might actually be able to do. Okay, we'll get to the Diablo 3 in a second. Yeah, when you're playing it. No, but I do want to get him on stream sometime. We've talked about doing content for forever, but it was always one of those things where it's like, yeah, we're gonna do content, and then never happened. Just never did it. But like we talked about doing content since like the days of not to date myself here, because I'm not that old, but the days of Julian Smith and everything. Ooh, what was that? I got it. I got a ding-a-lings. They're all. Are you not gonna tell me what it was? Oh, there we go. Is hosting. Thank you for the host, Dorito Man Dan. I appreciate that. Thank you. You do not know the amount of effort that I put into that little notification. I was like, I know what I want. I want to scroll. I have this thing about wanting to use basically all my own assets as much as I can. And I'm like, I want to scroll, and I want to scroll to pop up on screen and unroll and show the text. And I'm like, oh, it shouldn't be too hard, right? Just do a little pixel scroll. I ended up having to do 50 frames for that little scroll. And I didn't need to do 50 frames, but I ended up doing 50 frames because I wanted a frame for every pixel. And it turned into a much bigger project than I thought. And it's part of the reason why I haven't gotten anything like the bit badges and stuff that I'm also going to be working on done. And again, my heart goes out to you with finals week. I have not had finals week in far too long. What subject is it, if you don't mind me asking? Cinematography. I'm not going to be much help there. Unfortunately. I mean, probably more than, like, the average person. I did take some film classes in... cinematography entirely depends on your teacher. I took some optional elective film classes in high school, and I was really interested in, like, hobby studying of film. But I'm very well aware that I have limited knowledge in terms of film. But I have some good friends who are filmmakers. Good friends is a stretch on that one, I should say. I love the people. They are fantastic people, but I don't really talk to them. Acquaintances would probably be a more accurate depiction for you guys. But yeah, I can't help you with that one, unfortunately. Oh, thank you for redeeming a hydrate. I was feeling a little bit thirsty. Get a little bit of a drink. I have been muted that whole time. I apologize. I muted myself to drink water so that you guys wouldn't hear the slurpy sound, because the slurpy sound can be really, really loud because it's a hydro flask. I've been talking this whole time, and I just looked down and I got the little red light. Shows that I'm muted. Yeah. I know, I normally don't shut up, and if I ever stop talking, something's gone wrong. Speaking of my project, I was wondering why I just heard Minecraft. Yep. I just got myself muted. Slurps. Okay, banana. The slurps. I don't know if you can hear those or not, but those are some slurps for you. And hello, banana. It says on Streamlabs that it's picking up the sound, but I'm not sure if there's any kind of sound filtration. No. Wait, half a second, X. We're good. How are you doing today, banana? We got like all the people joining us. It's gonna be a much shorter stream, but now all y'all are joining me. It might keep going for a bit longer. We'll see what I do. It's been a bit since I played Minecraft, and I wanted to get some actual progress done. Okay. Never end the stream. Oh, this isn't like the Dark Souls stream where I streamed for 6 hours in the middle of the night when I should have only streamed for 2. It's only 9 here. So. My wife still hasn't caught up with that stream yet because it's so long. Let me break wood in peace. That was actually the last stream I've done, so you're just catching all of my streams still, it seems. I just want to stream. Banana has not eaten anything again. Banana, you gotta eat food. Food, as annoying as needing to eat is important. What can you do in 20 minutes? He tends to do that. I don't have magic solutions for fast food. I can attest that in a pinch... Aw, look at that. You got a good friend, Banana. Stop it. Stop it. Back, zombies. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh, you don't know where he is. Grubhub foods to your classroom. You can do Grubhub, Uber Eats, whichever your preferred way of spending money is. Bringing home tacos. Oh, tacos sound really good. I have something to confess as well. And my wife's gonna get mad at me because she's in the chat. I haven't eaten anything today as well. So I actually feel you, Banana. The problem is that I ate potatoes last night. And I ate a lot of potatoes. And my stomach's been mad at me. So I just haven't eaten since the potatoes. Like, I have food too. I just didn't eat because I wasn't hungry. My bed's not in my house, silly. It's in the cave. If you don't eat, I'll unsub. I'll go cook food after. All the food I have just requires being cooked. And there's the amount of hunger versus laziness. So I will eat food after the stream. I promise. I'll probably do like a late night rice cook. Eat some Nass fried rice or something like that. That sounds yummy. I am the master. Oh, go get yourself a Jolly Rancher. Banana, if anyone should be getting themselves a Jolly Rancher, you need to get yourself a Jolly Rancher. But I really do appreciate the 10 bits. You have class. I'm just playing Minecraft. We got a winter storm warning here, y'all. And I don't know if it started snowing yet. It's not started snowing yet. They made this whole panic thing about a winter storm warning, and there has been no snow yet. I had to go move my car and everything. 1 second. My second monitor knows my phone is going to die. I gotta plug it in real quick. Alright, got a cup of chili and Southwest chicken avocado salad from Wendy's. I love me anything Southwestern, mostly. Like, you put Southwestern in there, and I don't know what magic and witchcraft you've performed, but it's something. Also, for those of you who are wondering what I'm doing right now, the answer is, ironically, not only have I not eaten today, but I have no food in Minecraft. And there is one easy way to take care of both birds with one stone. It's called the Hole of Shame. After class, I shall eat some soup with some papaya salad. Oh, that sounds lovely. Got soy sauce on your notebook. I have very random things around me. Particularly with the avocado. We got Weetabix. Or, these are not Weetabix. Weetabix are delicious. These are shredded wheat biscuits, which are okay. Weetabix are delicious and a little bit different, but you can't get them in the United States. I got rice. I got raw rice. I got lentils. I can reach basically my pantry right now. I got a basket full of pantries. I got cinnamon. Y'all are getting a tour of my little food thing here. And I still have lots of cans. I don't want to dig anything else out. But I got lots of random bits of food near my peanut butter and everything. And I got more food in the actual kitchen. I actually have food. You were supposed to remind me to eat lentils because I wanted lentils for dinner. I remember what I've told you to remind me. Really good, cheap food. By the way, lentils, rice, oil, curry powder. Delicious, filling, a bit of a balance. Super easy to make. If you got frozen peas or carrots, you can throw them in there really quick and easy. So there we go. Yeah. She was supposed to remind me that I like lentils, and I have lentils. Okay, now I can grab all that stuff again. She did remind me in the end. Wife's really good at reminding me stuff. There's a reason I love her. She takes care of me even when I'm not the best at taking care of myself. She puts up with a lot of crap. Got lots of spruce now. Okay. Can actually use that to my advantage. We're going to go plant another giant spruce tree, and then we're going to get back to a little bit more building this place, because I like this place, and I'm having fun building it. You have to go bathe Poppy. Well, you go bathe Poppy. Did I plant all the trees that were needed over there? This tree's grown again. You get 2 of them going, and they just ping-pong back and forth all day long, y'all. That was a sentence. I'm not quite sure what language that was. Yeah, have a good night, Poppy. You too. Good luck. Or, not Poppy. Yuki. Have a fun time bathing Poppy. Best of luck. Splash guards, whatever you need. If they have any toys, beware of flying projectiles. I have children. That just happens. Did I already plant 4? Baths are fun. Yeah. One of the general favorite things to do as a parent is to help give my kids a bath. It is pool time. It is splashing. You get bubbles. last time I took a bath. I'm going to say this. If you are an adult, and particularly, because there is a stereotype here, and I will kill the stereotype. If you are an adult male, there is no shame in getting yourself a full-blown bubble bath. Warm water, the bubbles insulate it and keep it warm a little bit longer. Grab a good book to read. Sit back with a cup of something you like to drink. There's no shame in that. If you are an adult, you can treat yourself and take a bath. It's really good after a long day. And if you're one of those people who feel like kind of gross after taking a bath, here's a trick which wastes a little bit of water, so don't do it a lot. But take yourself a nice shower beforehand. Before you hop into the bath, take yourself a nice shower, rinse off. If you got a shower bathtub combo, then after you've rinsed off and kind of done a quick rinse, put your drain on, so your drain's filling and the bathtub's filling with hot water from the shower head, and it's like a warm rainstorm, and you're in there, and then you can add your bubble bath solution or whatever crap you want to it, and the shower head is going to get you a whole lot more bubbles than the normal faucet will, especially if it's a detachable one, and you can detach it and get it right low to the bottom of the bathtub. Peak bathing conditions. My wife is probably very concerned and wondering about what I'm doing with my life. I got opinions on baths, people. They need to happen more. People need to enjoy their baths more. I think I just thought of what will fix this. Will this do it? Yes. I mean, feel free to disagree with me. Better than... Yeah. So, confession time on this one. When I have a really long day at work, where I don't sleep well and I'm not feeling good, something that I do, and there are other people who have done this, but it's a little weird, is I will basically sit down in the shower. Kind of like taking a bath, you know? But rather than being sitting in a tub full of water, just have the hot water hitting you. It is so good if you've got like injured and sore muscles, just to help kind of get that heat treatment to get those muscles out. The problem is warm water feels nice, and it might turn to nap time if you have sleep issues. So you've been warned. Hence the better than me falling asleep in the shower, because that's happened. Not just once, that's happened on more than one occasion, I should mention. There's a reason why she's making it with the little laughy face there. And you may be like, wow, that's a bold thing to share on stream. It's not something that I've talked about quite openly in the past. In fact, I even called in a radio station about it once when they had heard about it for the first time and were discussing it. It was a radio station I listened to back in Utah. And I called into them and was like, yeah, no, I do it. Like, that's a thing. And like a bunch of other people called in, so I know I'm not alone. And they gave me a free Green Day album for calling in. And that is how I got the Green Day album Revolution Radio. I got random fun stories. I'm just telling y'all that. You never know what to expect when you come here. I don't know if that's a fun story or not, but it's a story and you got it. By the way, this floor isn't going... I think that was their last album, though. Like, I don't know if they've had another one since then. They might have. I really liked that album, personally. I have... Green Day. Green Day is a bit of a mixed bag for me. Now, I really like Green Day. I feel like they can be pop punk. They released another one, and I don't necessarily like pop punk. But I know a lot of people who really hold it against them. And it's like, I get that they can be a bit pop punky, but Green Day has some really good songs. Maybe they did. I'm not too caught up on the music industry, to be honest. And like, I have unique taste in punk music. I like a lot of what is. They're my favorite band in 5th grade. I honestly, yeah, that sounds about right for me too. Just don't listen to them anymore. I remember when Green Day took off huge with Holiday and Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and I remember the people who got me into Boulevard of Broken Dreams and Green Day. It was partially my classmates, but it was actually my parents. Because my parents heard Green Day playing on the radio and really liked their music right when they first went big. And they got me into Green Day a little bit through them. And I always remembered it because, like, my mom is the sweetest woman you'll ever have met. I love my mom so much. She's a fantastic person. Shout out to my mom. Vivorian can go give her a hug for me. But she had this thing about not listening to music that cussed. Like, we wouldn't listen to music that cussed. And it wasn't that we couldn't listen to the song, it's that she would mute it before the cuss word happened. So we'd be listening to Boulevard of Broken Dreams, and it drops the F-bomb in that song in the non-radio edit, and she would always hit the mute button. And it was like a 50-50 chance if she caught it in time. So we'd be sitting in the car, and the thing is it wasn't all swear words. Like, the F word was too much. She tried to mute the F word. But then there'd be other times, and one of my fondest memories is we were on a road trip, and we're driving, and she missed it, the F word dropped, and then she said, "Oh crap," but not crap, the S word. I keep my streams family friendly, I don't cuss on stream. I try not to, at least. So, and then she said, "Oh, S word," which just missing censoring the F-bomb to only cuss with the S word was just classic. And I love my mom. She doesn't cuss. She's not like got a potty mouth on her, but she'd cuss just every once in a while. It was just one of the situations where she did. I'm like, I just love my mom. With cuss words, I would cough over it to something else. That works too. I listened to a lot of radio edits growing up just to kind of keep the language out. Okay. Now I gotta figure out. We got the floor laid. Now I need to figure out what I want to go for interior design here. Because once I get the interior laid out, then we can go from there. First thing is we do need a bit of a doorway here, because otherwise this won't look good, and we need that for the porch. So what I think I'm going to do, I kind of really like the curve here, but I think we're actually going to short stop it up a little bit. Maybe short stop it. I'm going to tackle that later. Let's look over here first. That'd be such a good place for a fireplace right there. Like a seating area. I'm just trying to do like a little bit of interior layout here. It was really funny too. Like, my parents, so I grew up listening to a lot of a fair bit of country music, to be entirely honest. My parents loved country music. I'm from Utah. Country music's the jam there. I never really liked country music. When I was a kid, I listened to a lot of it, and I really liked it when I was like, at the same time I liked Green Day, I liked country music. Kind of like, and I like country music mostly because everyone else liked country music, but I knew all the words to every Keith Urban and Toby Keith and other really white boy name here. All of them. Listened to a lot of country music, and then kind of like as I learned my own musical talents, I started to throw back to some of the other stuff my parents listened to, which was very different from country music. They listened to like Queen, but then more importantly, my dad listened to Offspring, and I listened to a lot of Offspring and really got into the punk music from Offspring. It was kind of my jump board into Offspring and Green Day, kind of into punk music, which is what I listen to a lot nowadays. And then I also listen to a lot of indie alternative because my mom was a huge fan of They Might Be Giants. And we had They Might Be Giants' Flood album. And I listened to that album top to bottom. I still know most of the songs on that album. And I freaking loved They Might Be Giants. And I had this kind of like indie punk alternative. And then I got into folk music, which was kind of like my rebound off country. So I listened to folk and then Irish folk and then Irish punk. And then it just kind of ballooned out of control from there, from everything from like dark cabaret to various any kind of names of punk, a little bit of ska. Ska was huge when I was in high school, which my wife might not have been aware of. It was a little bit before ska was before our time, but all of the punk kids who listened to ska or listened to punk music listened to ska in my time. But we were kind of post the ska revolution by like a year or two for Utah. Streetlight Manifesto, the Mighty Mighty Bosstones, Real Big Fish, you name it. Goldfinger's old stuff before they went more punk and less ska. They were good. They're a good band. A lot of ska gets a lot of crap because of ska band fans, but the music is solid, man. And I will stand by this. And I will say that I unironically still love ska music, because where else can you get a punk guitar and drum set playing with frickin' brass soloing trumpets and trombones? You can't get it anywhere else. And when you played trombone in high school and you liked punk music, ska was your pillow of comfort. And I love ska for it. I didn't actually get too much into ska until my later years, like actually an adult, when I kind of like rediscovered ska, but I do consider it part of my rotation of music that I like now. And that's when I lose half my followers because ska really draws up some drama, man. Don't know what it is. I know what it is. Ska people can be bad. Like the community. I'll call them out for it right now. It can be a very toxic music community. Garage and math rock. For rock type music. I'm not familiar. I can assume what garage is, but I'm not familiar with math rock. I've never heard that before, but it sounds good. Is it like nerdcore? Is it like one of those things? Or is math rock a typo? I'm not familiar with the phrase math rock. And my mind immediately thought of so good. I don't know. I've never listened to American football. No, it's not a familiar band name to me, unfortunately. I will say that I now have Sell Out stuck in my head, though. It's like emo music, but it's super strange time signatures, like 7/8. Oh, I gotta give that a listen, man. 7/8. They went for 7/8. That's good. Oh, one of my favorite songs. I was in jazz band, and my band teacher at the time changes mid-song. Oh, that that can be so risky, but if they do it well, anyway. But so semi-related. One of my band teachers. It's like story time. We're getting story time here. I can't remember the name of the song, but he had this song he always wanted to play in his band, but he never could. Because I think it was in like 512. It was a jazz song. It was like a Casanova jazz song. So it had like that real Latino swing, if you know what I'm talking about. Super bassy, super just it drives and it's dance music, man. So good. And the rhythm was like I can't know if I can do it right now. It was like and that was like the background rhythm and it like jumped back before triplets and eighth notes and it was just we never got to the point that he was happy with us playing it, but I always wished we could because it was such a good rhythm. Anyway, listen to Never Meant by American Football. It's like the most famous math rock song. I'll have to give it I'll have to give it a listen. Because I'm intrigued by the time. I'm intrigued by the time signature alone. I also gotta say, like, while we're talking about all this music, I'm also a huge Beatles fan. I'm just gonna say that right now. Because I feel like in the modern day, the Beatles don't get as much love as they should. And that might sound like, but everyone likes the Beatles. But I just still don't think they get as much love as they should. Just because Beatles. I like the Beatles. Yeah, Pip loves Yellow Submarine. He does. I find... So I understand, like, why some people don't like the Beatles. And that's because... I did not grow up on the Beatles, by the way. You can't get him into any other song, though. He likes Yellow Submarine, at least. Do we have Octopus's Garden? He might like Octopus's Garden. Or I Am the Walrus. I could see those being his jam. No, I did not grow up on Beatles. My dad does not like the Beatles. Again, my dad listened to Queen, Metallica, AC/DC, Offspring, and then country music. My mom listened to um, what is it? The Grateful Dead, Nine Inch Nails, They Might Be Giants. She listened to a lot of that kind of stuff. And so neither of them were big Beatles fans. Yeah, my mom. I've not listened to a lot of Nine Inch Nails. But my mom listened to them a lot. My mom is really cool. Like she's just like talk to me about my mom because it's like old enough. You're talking about your parents. You're like, oh, my parents, and it's like, oh, what'd your parents do this time? And I'm like, my mom's just a boss. Like everything about her, man. She's just somehow she's an accountant, but she's somehow got like this rebel punk spirit, and I just love her for it. I don't know how to do the store. I want. Do I? This is too sharp, so I kind of want something like this. But then it's like, what do I do? What do I do from this? Because I kind of do like. Because then this isn't wide enough. Do I do a stepped? Ooh, that might actually work. A stepped out pillar. And then run it back. We're gonna ignore the top because I'm not sure how high I'm building the interiors yet. And then we got this little nook. We're gonna want these at least 4 high now that I think about it. We want framework on the inside as well as the outside, just so it doesn't feel... I want my build to feel thick and sturdy and fortressy. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. And we're going to do good old double-framed wooden door, because that's what I like. We'll get back to fixing that later. Take a little bit of damage. Nope, because I got it in time. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have a little bit of that short shot here, but I think that will work just fine. Okay, I can work with this. You see, it's going to look a little blocky, but it's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going to put a fireplace right here, and a little bit of a lounge area. But this makes a nice little seating compartment. Maybe I do like a little bar here. Actually, yeah! Like a little drinks bar, and we'll have a lounge area in front of the fireplace. Because we are going to do a fireplace right here, I have decided. Okay, I'm liking where we're going with this. Feedback is always appreciated. You hate what I'm building, let me know. I'll never be offended. I might ignore it. If I disagree with your feedback, I'll ignore it. Don't feel bad. But always feel free to be like, no, I don't like how that looks. You're doing something crazy there, and that's a little too crazy for me. Just because Bob Ross was a great being doesn't mean you have to like all his paintings. It was a really random tangent. But that's where I went. Bob Ross. Okay. Okay, now this corner, I'm out of spruce wood. Way more spruce wood. This corner, I gotta think what I want to do here, but I'm thinking, I don't know. Coming back to Bob Ross. Bob Ross, praise be Bob Ross, our chill master. Okay. Do I like this door? The store's okay. Porch is okay. Kind of walks into here, and then here we got a nice, it's a very heavy set. We're gonna have to put something very bold in this corner because it's gonna look really dark and tiny. So I want to put something there that's gonna kind of fill that space and push out a little bit. We can do a little bar, seating area, fireplace. One of these is gonna be stairs. I'm not sure which one yet. But one of them will be stairs, and then I'll figure out something else for the other. Okay. We're going to build another... do I do more mining? I'm going to do some more mining. Hopefully I can get some iron. And kind of go from there. I'm quite happy with the amount of progress that I've gotten done today, though. Oh my goodness. All the notifications. I looked away from my phone for 3 seconds. Is that snow? Nope. Still nothing. We're supposed to get a foot tonight, and then still no snow coming. If I had to move my car and I wake up and there's no snow tomorrow, I'm gonna be a bit grumpy. I'm gonna be honest. What was I in here for? I was making a stone pick. I'm gonna build 2 stone picks because I have plenty of torches. That should be enough. We'll hold on to these in case they get more coal. Jamming out to some Minecraft music here. I burned through both of those pretty quick. It does, man. So I was just thinking, I'm like, it's just right in the soul. It's like a warm hug. The best part about Minecraft, the Minecraft music, is C418 is really chill about like DMCAs. As long as like his general rule is like don't be just playing his music for his music's sake. So, you know, don't have to worry how to explain this. Streaming? Fine. Recorded videos, if you're doing recording videos of playing Minecraft, he's okay with it. And he's openly stated, easily legible on his website that he's fine with it. And the only thing that he basically asks is don't use the music like outside of a game without his permission. So like don't just put it on the background of a music stream or stream it for free or upload it type stuff. Stuff where you're kind of more directly cutting into his profits. I mean, that's like totally fair. But just to have come out and be like, you know, if it's in a game, don't worry about it. Like that's what we need. We need more people like that. Less people like big LA music producers. Minecraft is love, Minecraft is love, life, as Minecraft entered my soul slowly. I just wish you could like have the music play constantly. I feel like it's just like spurts of it though, and you're like, oh, anxiety gone, anger gone, tension gone. It's all good. I'm doing it again, by the way. This was supposed to be a 2-hour stream, and I'm already 3 hours in. I'm just jamming. I'm just enjoying some Minecraft. I keep doing this thing where, because of life, I don't stream for a day or so. And then when I come back, I want to stream a little bit longer. It's because I'm enjoying it. I hope that Dorito Man Dan can make it through finals, or anyone else that has finals, so they can enjoy that relief soon. No! I ruined it. Let's put an andesite there for now. Gotta watch what we're doing. I do got ads. Hello! Hello, Indiana Rose Jones. Rose. It's good to see you again. I do have ads. I am affiliate now. Which means, amongst a couple other things, I got ads. And whatever amount of ads you watched, I'm sure has given me like 0.01 of a penny. So I appreciate it. How are you doing today, Rose? For those of you watching, Rose is my fantastic sister who jumps into chat, and it's just a good bean. I get nothing from ads. I have earned 1 penny total from ads right now. Do your ads. I can't control the ads. I can't control the ads. Unfortunately. I can. I could force ads whenever I want and make you watch it. But I can't control the front roll ads. Here's at least 10 ads. Thank you so much, Banana, for that bit. You've earned 8 pennies. I will gladly take that penny from you, Banana, for at least 10 ads. Aw, thank you so much. Yeah, but yeah, no, so I'm affiliate now. You got ads to deal with, but on the other hand, y'all can throw bits at me like Banana did. And I will take them. Or subscribe. If you got the money laying around. Don't feel obligated to. Like, really don't. I'm just doing this for funsies. And if I get, like, realistically, you've earned 52 pennies so far. There you go. My thing is, so I have never had a whole lot of, 500 ads. Well, thank you, Banana. You've been so, I think you're probably leading in bits right now, to be honest. It's not like I have a lot of competition, but my goodness, Banana, I really appreciate that. And we get to see the new little scroll thing. No, it's not new. I just like the little scroll. Banana asks here, 50, okay, you must sub or else. Thanks, Dan. Now, don't feel obligated to sub. And if you're going to sub, both Banana and Dorito Man Dan are very viable people to give that money to because they're both awesome streamers in their own right. And bits. And officially broke. Well, being broke's fun, Rose. Got a job working in the bakery at Smith's. I'll send you things once I get another paycheck. Oh, I always appreciate that. You finished last week, so I'm also broke, so I feel you. I haven't streamed in a bit. Dorit, you streamed. You deserve some subs. Twitch, Amazon gift cards. Oh, that's a good thing to spend it on. Okay. Before I forget, because I'm still so proud of this command. It was one of the first ones that I custom made for the bot. Would someone mind doing exclamation point, the command code as it were, remember Rose? Because it needs to be said while she's here. There you go. We got some Nightbot shame to throw out there. It's one word. You got it. For those of you who missed it, she came in with the squid emote one time, and Nightbot banned her. Nope. Nope. It's just Nightbot went on a personal crusade against Rose one day for whatever reason. Like, everyone else was fine. No one else got timed out. But nope, Rose was too much. I had a personal vendetta and timed her out twice. Once for typing turkey pot pie in caps, and once for doing the squid emote. Gave her a full 10-minute ban that I couldn't figure out how to undo. So now we got a command to shame Nightbot whenever we need to. Because I am petty, and I will make commands for my chatbots if they misbehave. I'm not having any of that on my stream. Don't need no crazy bots going, Iron! Oh, I'm so glad to see you, Iron. Hello, Iron, my old friend. Oh, it's like a good Iron Vein, too. Dang. Was that a 6? 9! 9 iron. I can't math. Let's keep mining out this pickaxe, and then we can turn back up top and be good on iron for a little bit, actually. Get a nice iron axe, get a couple iron pickaxes. Probably 2 iron pickaxes for now. Just so then come mine until I can get diamond. Diamond, and then enchanting, and then we gotta go kidnap a villager, and then we gotta make that villager sell us books. That's the plan. Alright. You gotta go crash. You gotta go... Is that clash or crash? Oh, you gotta go to class. I think is what it's supposed to be. Because you mentioned having to go to class earlier. Good luck with that, Banana. Eat yourself some food when you can. It sounds like you got some soup or something like that. I think you remember mentioning. Enjoy it. Have fun. Remember, you're always welcome back. Do your best to try not to burn down the classroom for me, but, you know, accidents happen. I do not endorse arson, and I apologize in advance for any arson jokes that I unintentionally make because I really like fire. My Twitch broke for like a week, that's why I've been MIA. I finally fixed it after the whole Nightbot vendetta. Did Nightbot take you out for a week? Oh, I'm sorry. Nightbot was just, he was really after you. Like, he didn't go after anyone else. And like there were people who had more caps than you and more emotes than you, but just whatever reason, he like soloed you out. Now my final is coming up, improv dancing, something that I do not expect from a stress management class. If my stress management class made me improv dance, I would openly protest. You are not getting me to do improv dance to stress relief. Maybe for funsies, but not just for stress relief. Okay, boop, boop. To gravel there. Those can go there for now. Actually, let's just do this the good old-fashioned way. Well, now that you're back, I think you mentioned you've been doing good. You're broke because of Christmas, but you finished all the gifts, which is at least a good thing. We'll do that for now. Organization. For those of you who do not know this nifty Minecraft trick that someone taught me after years of playing this game, this way, your chest is kind of force-locked into items, and you can just shift-click whatever you have, and it just goes in, and you don't have to worry about it. It's like a very minor improvement, but it's an improvement. So if you have bulk things that you're getting lots of, that's the best way to do it. Okay, throw that iron in there. We'll get ourselves some tools. Throw that in there. Yeah. You got a Switch? Woo! What games you got? Just went on my couch after spending hours on my kitchen table, and I'm so comfy now. You know, Switch is the best. I'm going to assume that you mean on your kitchen table, like sitting at it, but when you said when on my couch after spending hours on my kitchen table, I imagined you like either sprawled out on top of it or like Spider-Man Assassin's Creed stanced on it. I don't know why, but that's the first thing that came to mind. It took me a second to process. You probably meant sitting at there like a normal person and not standing or laying down on the top of the kitchen table. Sometimes I struggle to remember how normal people function. Okay. Don't need to worry about that right now. Let's make more tools. Oh, that was... Boop. There we go. I want to start streaming too, but I don't know where to start. Any suggestions? Yeah, okay. The first thing, yeah, anything that's easy to stream. Do games that either you're familiar with or that you don't mind doing a blind playthrough to. Something that and it's really about getting used to chatting. Just talking to your streamers. That's like my best advice. However, what I'm going to do is, can someone type !Luna in my chat for me? Mario Kart and some freebies, but again after Christmas and another paycheck, I want to get Breath of the Wild and New Horizons to start, hopefully Skyrim and Diablo 3. The Switch is a wonderful thing to stream from. Super convenient to do, and a really great way to learn. I would recommend getting some kind of stream management software on your laptop, so you can kind of keep an eye that way. It's going to make your life much easier. I think you actually might even need it to stream from a Switch. I haven't streamed from a Switch before, so I'm not entirely familiar. But you want a good software. I use Streamlabs. Other people use other ones. I don't know what's best for Switch. But I'm going to do this real quick. I am part of an amazing Discord, and I think Dorito Man Dan's there as well as Banana and a couple other people, called Luna. Boop. There it is. That is a great Discord. Yep, you're there. There are amazing people there. There's an entire chat where you can ask for stream advice, and I highly recommend it. They helped me get to where I am in terms of knowing where to stream. They are fantastic people, and they're so wonderful to help. There's like 30 streamers there, and they're all great people. Noctis, Yuki, Laurel Vixen, Dorito Man Dan, Banana, T-Fay, the wonderful bean that runs it. They're all great people. They are just, it's good. I'd go join it and give it a look. And I see the hydrate. We're going to get a drink. We'll leave it unmuted for now. You can get the little slurpy slurps. I don't know if they pick up on the mic or not, but I can hear them in my head really well. Water ASMR. I actually don't like ASMR. Not in the way that people don't like ASMR for... There's a lot of people who, I think unjustly hate ASMR. I don't like ASMR because the, tingly sound... I'm, really sound sensitive, and it makes me uncomfortable, listening to the sounds sometimes. And a lot of what people think are, super pleasant, pleasing sounds just make my skin crawl a bit. So I don't listen to a lot of ASMR. But I understand the appeal, because, there are some good sounds, and it's like, yeah, I get this, but for the most part, there's just too many. You hit just the wrong sounds, and I'd rather do anything than have to listen to them. That chunk is, just out of range. Worst place I ever planted a tree ever. Gives you the heebies. Yeah, I think you're like me. Yeah, me, for those, me and my sister, if one of us has got a random, unique issue, 90% chance the other one does too. We might as well be twins. It's okay, you missed me here earlier when I was talking about our mom's, secret punk rocker aesthetic that she has, and, my parents getting me into Green Day. Because Mom and Dad were some of the first people who listened to Green Day before I did. It's you understand all my parents' stories. They also listen to a lot of country music, but again, my dad listening to Offspring and Rob Zombie, picking us up in his Chevy pickup truck, blaring Rob Zombie. Dracula. I think that about sums up my father. He had the Viking haircut for a while. Long, ragged, not well-kept ponytail. Love him. And yeah, we're the same but polar opposites. That's true. Yeah. We're polar. I don't know. We are a weird combination, and I'm here for it. I think all siblings are though. Like being the same but polar opposites is just part about being siblings. He's got a mohawk now. I'm not surprised he's got a mohawk now. Are we talking like, is it a mohawk, or did he go for like a little bit of a faux hawk, or is it like the short or the long one? I'm trying to imagine. I haven't seen him in video call for a while. I need to video call them. Just get busy. Personality and quirks pretty similar, but I'm a goth and you're an 18th century gentleman. But okay, you're not wrong. But the only difference between a goth and an 18th century gentleman is the inclusion of chains. Am I wrong? Goths wear chains. 18th century gentlemen do not unless it's a pocket watch. It's like the same aesthetic. That's why steampunk exists. Like Voltaire. Let's be real here. It's like Shaggy because it's grown out into a mullety. And eyeliner. But I'd wear eyeliner. I like eyeliner. How do I want to do this? This is what I want to do. I remembered what I was doing. Okay, we're gonna put a fireplace there, so we don't really need to worry about aesthetics yet. I'm gonna put like a nice little seating booth area here. We're gonna have a bar here. I don't want to do this. So I think if I come up from here... I like this as an exterior. Ooh, what did I do? Aha. Oh. You're more goth than I am, by the way. Yeah. I'm clean. I don't have any tattoos or facial piercings. I don't party and do fun things. You're not a big partier either, but... I mean, actually, I don't know. Maybe you party all day long for all I know, but... How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Gauges, gauges and facial piercings there. It's a very valid point. Jason Funderburker says croak. Oh, I love your frog. I love your little frog, Jason Funderburker. You're working on my project, but I'm so tired. I get that feeling, Dan. I get that feeling. Is it due tomorrow? I am your procrastination demon's worst nightmare, by the way. Is it due tomorrow? Best friend, not worst nightmare. I'm really bad at telling people to procrastinate. I don't know what time. Yeah, I would do it. Let me clarify. I probably would be like, I'm gonna go to bed and I'll figure out in the morning. and then regret all of my life choices. Okay. I want to figure out how I want to do this. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Here's an idea. This idea may or may not work. But what if I turn this into its own room? And that's also true. Yeah, getting it done and then just being able to rest after does kind of turn it into its own reward. There's my sister with her sound and sage logic. Okay. Too short. You know, if you worked all day and yesterday, like, it's gonna be tired, but once you get it done, then you're done. And you can deal with whatever other stupid things you gotta deal with. How's this gonna look if I make this its own little room? I'm gonna think about how I wanna do this. So I gotta put a door in here. Right? It's not too hard. Okay. We're gonna clear this out. And let's see how long this is. Kind of figure it out from here. Okay. Nice long wall. We got 1, 2, 3. Actually, just had an idea. It's a good sized room in here, but what if we did... Do I have more of these? I do have more of these, good. That. Let's... I'm going to be doing a lot of just laying walls and deciding where I want things to go right now. Okay. Can I take this out? Nope. That's part of the exterior wall. Maybe... this makes it a 2x2 room. Or, well, not a 2x2 room. Then if I put like a painting here and a couple things here, I could hide the exterior wall there, make it a nice little square room. But what would this room be? We'd also want to put this door right here, because I like a little bit of symmetry. That works nice. That works nice. This is fine. But how do I want to do this? What do I want this room to be? This could be a bedroom. Put my bed here. Crafting table, like furnace maybe. Painting. Maybe. Becoming a villager. Unless. No, I don't want to quite bump it out with the rest of the building. I don't like the look of this, though. I don't think there's a way that I could do it tastefully. Or tastefully enough. Okay. I could, however, move this to here. Take this out, this out. Okay. Idea is forming. Okay. I think I got it. I think I got what I'm gonna do. I'll have to fix those in a second, but putting all of these in the wrong place. There and there. Okay. What are we looking at now? Perfect. Now, we're looking at the kitchen. This is going to be your kitchen. We're going to put some cookers in there, a little bit of storage cupboards, like a small little step-out kitchen, dining, sitting, family area. And we'll lead stairs upstairs where we'll actually put the bedroom. That's what I'm thinking. That's what we'll go with now. Okay. Yeah, I can make that work. I can make that work. We'll figure it out. But that's enough for now. And we'll leave that there, but we do want to fix these. Because we want them that way. There we go. Yeah, this will be a good kitchen. Need to fix this one as well. Yes, to go, brother, but I'll be back for the next one. Of course! Bye! Have a good whatever you got to do. You go enjoy yourself. I'm probably not going to be going for too much longer. It's late. I'm hungry and tired. But bye! Thank you for joining so much. I'm glad we finally got you back after, Nightbot's tirade. Ooh, I might have had a better idea for this. Okay. I didn't like how closed off it was feeling, but if I do this... Now it's just a little back cubby, which we can do something with. Now I need to figure out what I'm going to do here. Which I'm thinking, we're just going to do a... real simple thing for right now. But I'm going to turn this back room into something. So that, and then this was going to lead to stairs. And I'll figure out how to do that in a second, but it is bedtime now. Alright. So, if I come back here... Hey, this is a decent layout for now. I can work with this. We'll come back to it in a moment, though, because I have some of these to put on the outside, which I haven't done yet. You notice I kind of have archways. I really like me some archways. Gotta figure out what I'm doing there. Kind of just adds, it adds weight. This is actually going to end up being a very tall building. You can't see it right now, because it's definitely not right now. But it's going to be a very tall building. And this kind of adding it to the base will help a lot with that kind of look of weight distribution. It gives a reason that the building's kind of able to be tall. It's kind of very stout, very firm base. So that when I build up and we add what's most likely going to be more spruce wood, it's going to be more spruce wood, and then either wool or concrete or one of the very white blocks to get that kind of Tudor style house, which is what started the whole entire Tudor Hobbit hole pun down there. Also here, it's a two-door house. Anyway. But yeah. Okay, now let's do the same thing in here. At least in the areas that I know are going to stick that way. Like this doorway. Very kind of heavy, dark, wooded shape. I'm actually going to... No, I'll leave them. No bases needed. I'm going to kind of do that. And this. Do I need to do... Is that... Nope, that's good. Do one here. One here. Figure out the fireplace later. This. Again, it's just kind of adding a little bit of extra weight to the build. Like it feels like you're reinforcing the joints. Right, these joints are then kind of pushing into the ground. You can, and I have on other builds, done them on the base as well. It gives a very rounded feeling, and I'm probably going to try to avoid doing that in this build. Because I don't necessarily want as much of a rounded feeling towards them. I'm also going to have to figure out lighting, which is a beast unto itself. Gotta figure out how I want to do this doorway, too. This corner, this doorway are kind of my undecided features. Like, half of me just wants to go... like this. We'll see how this looks. I might actually just stick with it. Yeah, we're just doing that. I don't like cutting space out of my builds, but if it helps the build look better, we're going to do it. Just make sure to stick a torch in here so we don't lose space. And you can always find uses for these areas later. Like automatic armor stand, something like that. I can put dispensers and then hit a button and there's just enough room for the redstone back there that it should work just fine. But that gives us the corner I kind of wanted. Give it the extra little bit of weight. I keep calling it weight, that's kind of the wrong term, but yes, that's what I'm kind of looking for. Figure out the fireplace, because it's a bit of an eye catch right now. Got a good long wall here. Actually, I think that wall's right up against the hill. This might become storage. If there's a hill that is big enough right here, there is. Ooh, that might become storage. We'll find out. And I gotta figure out what I want to do here. Now, the obvious one is narrow this doorway. Put these in the corner. We got a nice narrow entryway into this. This is kind of realistically realistically, this is kind of the only answer, sadly. The question is a little bit more... I'm okay with having this full stone hallway here. I am okay with that, actually. But I'm going to want it to immediately open up into a bit more of a reinforced area. And I think the way that we're going to do that is actually with a bit of, again, shrinking rooms. Kind of open it that way, run this along here. I'm intentionally building this room more stout than I would others. But it's going to work just fine because it's going to be the stairs room. Okay, so you come in here, you look over here, and you're like, oh, very kind of narrow. Actually, we'll just X this block right here on the top. We can have this run straight into the stairs and have the stairs spiral up. That should work. We'll leave this for now. This is a project for when I get to work on the second story, because it's going to be a bit of a pain. In the meantime, what do I do next? Something I gotta discuss is what style and what materials should I build the museum out of? I actually need to eventually start working on the museum, even if it's probably going to be in conjunction with finishing up this house and a few other things. But I gotta decide the style. I don't think it's something that's going to be decided this stream, but I'm still thinking either building it right here, or it's going to be too small. Right there is where I think you're going to build it. Build it with iron? No, thank you. I can use all purpur and sponges. Be beautiful. I'm thinking of going... Okay, so the obvious answer... I didn't replant trees, dang it. I'll wait here for those trees to grow. Because I'm out of spruce. The obvious answer is classical, right? Go for classical architectural style, just like the Smithsonian, just like when you think big museum, you think tall Romanesque pillars of the classical architecture, whether it's like the British Museum, which doesn't contain anything British, or the Smithsonian, or any of those museums. You think of tall, white columns, pyramid roofs, got a bit of the, I think it's called the facade, there's a name for it. The sculptures that sit in that little triangle above the top of the pillars. That's what my mind comes to mind. You think of that, and a lot of museums have that style, but I don't necessarily want to go for that style. I'm trying to think what I do want to go for. I don't like to do modern builds. I don't have a good mind for modern builds. They end up looking a little wonky. I will say I am actually quite happy with how this terraforming turned out. And that actually looks nice. Kind of blends in seamlessly to the hillside. Might do a little bit of reshaping of that cliff there, but yeah, we got a room to do a couple farms here. Anyway. But I gotta think what style I want to do. Or do I like go full in deep and build a museum that's like a castle style, which is what I kind of know is more of a medieval style. Like, it doesn't go well with the museum. So I gotta do a bit of research and decide what kind of layout I want to do. Because part of me wants to do classical, but the problem with classical is that it's by no means my strong suit, and it also relies heavily on me needing a lot of quartz. And I hate farming quartz. So I gotta decide what to do there. Ooh, okay. Okay, Favorian, you still in chat? This is what I need your thoughts on. Where are you? I might have lost her. I'm not muted. I'm not muted. I'm gonna be paranoid that I'm muted now for like every stream I do in the future. He's probably wrapping up to get the kids in bed. I probably should be wrapping up the stream too because I got work tomorrow. Um, but I'm thinking now, and I gotta eat. I will make sure I eat. I will put the bag of lentils. I will put them right here so I don't forget to eat. And I'll make something nice out of those. And hopefully not wake my roommate. She'll wake up. She's like, "Why are you making lentils and rice at midnight?" And I'll be like, "I forgot to eat." And now I'm eating lentils and rice. I don't think she's had to deal with any of my weirdnesses. So it might be a first for her. We'll find out. I have cooked food in the middle of the night before. Made baked potatoes the other night. I was hungry. Not the not the yesterday when I ate potatoes. I ate a lot of potatoes. I really like potatoes. They're very versatile. Rice is also versatile. Still feel gypped. There's not snow. I I was promised a blizzard, man, and there's no snow yet. Let's see what happens, but I just feel a little gypped. Anyway, well, Favorian's gone, so until she gets back, I'm gonna keep talking because I wanted her opinion on. I'll probably just ask her between streams if she doesn't respond. I wanted to ask if. Hmm, I wanted to ask if Pip, my beautiful baby boy, he's actually not a baby, but I was wondering if Pippin wanted to see my other Minecraft. He likes it when I take him on tours of the other place, which hasn't changed much, but he likes it when I take him on tours of it. I figured I could do like a little switchy over there. Hmm. You're in finally? Hello! What happened? It wouldn't connect you to the chat? Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're having chat issues. Okay. Hello. Did you hear any of my ramblings? Or did you like start over? You missed? Okay. I most of them. Most of them. Okay. Well, the first thing Pip isn't. Ah, it's okay. We won't worry about it tonight then. To kind of wrap up the stream, then I'll ask your opinion on this. I'm thinking right here, okay, kind of overlooking this, we're gonna have this Tudor style house, right? We're gonna have the little hobbit hole. We're gonna have a little fantasy style mine we're working on. For the museum, Gothic cathedral. Tall stone architecture, ornate points, big, huge building, and I'm talking huge. We're gonna have to build it huge because I'm gonna want it to be to scale to this. So like if this is your average size Tudor home, we're gonna build a cathedral, and that should be big enough to house everything. The interior might take a little bit of work, but it should be big enough. What the heck? Yes. But I figure because I can build it and I have enough space here, right? Because I can kind of start here and I can kind of go. And I want to build it big enough that it overlooks this little bit of an ocean here. And I'm going to build like a dockyard down here. So like as you're coming in with a dock, you just kind of see this grand cathedral. And then eventually we'll have the Tudor style home here. And I might kind of put a couple other things like a little bit of lighthouse on this hill. I plan to keep building on this server. We're going to build a lot. This is going to be a long-lived little server that I might occasionally, like, other people that play Minecraft, I might drag them on here with me. see what they can contribute. It's gonna just be a long-lived server with the end goal of getting the museum. Oh, I need mushroom cows. Of course I need mushroom cows. There is going to be an entire dedicated area to all things mushroom in my museum, where we're gonna have mushroom cows and everything. I plan to do, so I don't know how I'm gonna do these, and this might be something kind of separate or attached to the cathedral. I want to do a bit of a zoo aesthetic, where there are built enclosures, like well terraformed and shaped, to every biome and the creatures are there. So like a tundra one for the fox, then we're gonna have a meadow one with some bees, and then we're gonna have a mushroom one for the mushroom. And it's gonna kind of be like the environment with the natural mobs that are there. Savannah one for the horses, stuff like that. Really take advantage of that diversity that's in Minecraft. My only thing is Minecraft 1.17 is probably going to be released before this is over, and I'm a little bit nervous, but I am going to try to convert the world into it. Because I haven't done a whole lot of exploring, which means the new chunks should load in fine, and I might even be able to do a little bit of like manual cleaning up, where I delete the unneeded chunks, so basically keep this area and regenerate the world around it to the newest mod pack. Anyway, or not mod pack, update. Anyway, I do think this is where I'm going to wrap up today's stream, because I'm tired and I'm hungry, and I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go eat some proper food. I'm going to go to title. I do want to thank everyone for hopping on, who joined the stream today, just coming to chat. I'll make sure I eat. I just want to say, I love all of you. You're all great people. Thank you so much for joining us. Whether you're watching this in a VOD or you've watched it live and are sitting in there chatting with us, you're all great people. I love all of you. I hope you have a wonderful time, and I just hope you have the best life that you can. Go out there, live your best life, and just remember, you're always welcome back here. Thank you for the stream, and all of you get a good night's rest. Bye.